should be.
Let's do it.
We are doing it. Can't you hear the spooky music?
Nice.
There you go, you can hear the
I
spooky
can hear
music.
punch shit, but I can hear the spooky music. GPC. There we go.
Right, that's live. Let's check out. I've called it Ian. I've called it Ian Returns because I don't know. I don't normally put your
Nice.
name on
You used to, but not anymore.
it. No, I think. Oh, I think I put you on for the first couple of episodes, and then you're like one of the gangs, so I don't really use your name usually.
Yeah.
Right, spooky theme tune's done. We
Same
are
old
live. It is Thursday. It is Thursday. The spooky music is done. It's time to get spooky.
Excellent. It's good to be back. And we'll see what Fortean subjects we're going to cover tonight. So we got 3 watching. So that's
I've got a man with an
good.
eel up his bum.
I don't know where the others are. I'm sure
I've got a man with an eel up his bum.
that sounds good. That's the yeah. That'll be good. We can cover that one. And Hobbit and Dom.
Vic Reeves said tonight.
We'll be joining the.
I was going to say, as Vic Reeves said, on tonight's show, we've got a man who's part Bannister, and he's going to slide down himself.
And also, I went to a nightclub this week, and
Did you get knifed?
I didn't have a tie to get in. No, I didn't. But I didn't have a tie to get in, so I put some jump leads around my neck instead. And the bouncer said that was okay as long as I didn't start something. Oh yeah.
Well, I went to a nightclub once. It was a real rough nightclub, and they said, "Have you got any knives on you?" I said, "No, I ain't got a knife on me." And he said, "You want one?"
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I gotcha. But yeah. But the golden age of Vic Reeves was good, wasn't it? The big night out. That was groundbreaking.
The smell of Reeves and Mortimer was good as well. I was never keen on shooting stars.
Well, no, it was all right, but obviously their act was limited, and it was just another outlet for that. But I think the youth of today they don't get that. You know, when Big Night Out came out, I was amazed, and yeah, I was like. I was completely sober. I had no influence of any kind of narcotic or alcohol. I was watching it and I was pissing myself laughing. So
Red Dwarf, Red Dwarf, the Young Ones. Remember Thursday nights on BBC Two? Like Thursday night BBC
Friday
Two
night.
was always going to be a good, decent night for comedy. Red Dwarf was always Thursdays.
Yeah. But my memory was more Friday night, 9 o'clock, and that was when the comedy slot was. And then they put Goodness Gracious Me on there, and they said that was as good as the Guardian said Goodness Gracious Me was on par with the Fast Show. And we had to agree with that. Anyway.
And then there was Smack the Pony, and that was women trying to be funny, and that was kind of worse in a way.
Yeah. I didn't actually watch that, but I enjoyed on Goodness Gracious Me. I enjoyed the sketch about buying fast food in the town centre after closing time. Because wherever you go, maybe an English fish and chip shop, an Italian pizza shop, an Indian restaurant.
Oh, when they say the one where they go and I want something really bland, and we'll have 4 rounds of bread with that. You know when they're in the English restaurant in India, and they're going, "What have you got?"
The English.
Really,
I
really
went
bland?
for an English. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's just drunk people. You have a fish and chip shop, it's going to happen. The same. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty good. So what we got in the agenda tonight then? Is a mixed bag tonight?
Yeah, I'll just have to pull some stuff out my ass. I've done the usual amount of research. 2D TV on ITV. I don't think that's Interdimensional Lizard mentions 2D TV on ITV. That's way past our era. interdimensional lizard. Spitting image on a Sunday night. I remember Mum and Dad used to send me to bed, and we had a staircase in our living room, and I used to sit at the top of the stairs, and I'd watch That's Life and Spitting Image from the stairs.
No, I remember That's Life. Yeah, that was poor. I was never really a fan of Spitting Image either, but there's just nothing else on, was there?
Yeah, a lot of famous people. A lot of famous people used to do the voices for that, didn't they? Chris Barry used to do a lot of the voices. Didn't Harry Enfield do some of the voices as well? I think.
Yeah, probably. That's where Coogan started, though, by doing that.
Oh, did he? I didn't remember Coogan.
Yeah,
but yeah,
Coogan was an impressionist before he started.
But then there we go.
He discovered his meal ticket.
Should we exhaust your material first, Ian?
So yeah. Well, what we'll do? Should we start on the new Loch Ness photo? Should we have a look at that?
The new Loch. So do I need to? What do I need to?
Pictures.
What pictures do I need to download?
Well, if you have a look in our, have a look in the general there. The last few photos I put in there, I've got picture
the
one.
The mom photo, is it?
Correct. So what we'll do is, I'll kick off. I'll tell you when to show it.
Okay.
So this basically is the latest one of the latest photos anyway from Loch Ness. As you know,
it's very reminiscent of what's the one with the head out of the water?
The surgeon's photo.
Is that the one?
It is reminiscent of that.
Yeah.
That is the one from the 1930s, the black and white one, which
no, the colour one,
a toy submarine.
The colour one, I'm saying.
Colour. Oh, actually, by Doc Shields from 1977.
Yes.
Who recently he died last month. Doc Shields.
Ah, that's who he was. I saw that he died, but I didn't know who he was.
Yeah. The Loch Ness Muppet. He took that photo, and
Loch Ness Muppet. Why'd you call him the Loch Ness Muppet?
A lot of other 14. That's what it looks like. That's what it's been nicknamed. If you look at the photo,
that's what they call the photo.
Yeah, we can't. I'll tell you what, we'll have a look at it after this. But we'll just cover this story first. Okay then. So this is basically the latest, one of the latest photos anyway from Loch Ness, and it's got a bit of a twist at the end. So let's begin. Okay. On the 4th of April this year, Canadian couple Parry Malm and Shannon Wiseman, who live in London, were visiting Loch Ness with their children. The family were near Urquhart Castle when they saw something unusual in the water. Okay, we just started watching it more and more, and we could see its head craning above the water, Malm told the current towards the castle.
It could have been a whale dick. Did we go over whale? We went over whale dicks once, didn't we? Been talking.
We have, we've covered whale dicks and various other dicks. So a bit of a dick channel.
There are plenty of dicks. Your mate Steve, what's his face as well? He's a dick, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a fucking dick, that guy. But we'll come on to that. So anyway, like very fastidiously going over the waves, coming closer and closer. Then it submerged and disappeared. Thinking quickly, they took a photo of what they were seeing and ultimately decided to submit the photo
Have you
to
got
the
the
Loch
Mrs.
Ness
Johnson
monster.
folk? You got the Miss Johnson photo from 2nd of May 2017?
I'm not.
I don't think we've been over this one.
Oh, we can have a look.
I'm just having a look at some Nessie stuff. We might go a bit Nessie heavy.
Put them in. All right, that's not a bad thing. That's what the viewers want. So, okay, so they ultimately decided to submit the photo to the Loch Ness Monster Sighting Register. So, Emmy, let's have a look and show the viewers at home. We'll look at photo number 1, the Malm photo. Can we just broadcast that on YouTube and tell the 4 viewers? Show the 4.
Wow,
here we go. Can't wait. Right. So there it is. Definitely something on the surface. But what? We don't know. What do you reckon? What do you reckon, Hemmingford? What do you think that could be?
Yeah. Could be a.
It's a
could
blob.
be a koala bear in the water. I can see a koala, like the big black nose that a koala bear does. It looks like a koala bear's got his head out of the water, or a dog,
possibly,
or a sheep.
possibly.
Yeah,
dog, perhaps dog, sheep. Looks a bit ducky to me, but anyway.
Ducky ball. Do you remember Count Duckula?
The official Loch Ness Monster Sightings Register got in touch within 24 hours. They were super excited. They sent it to one of their Loch Ness experts who said it was compelling evidence. I believe that was the exact phrase. And one thing led to
compelling
another.
If you're blind, deaf, and stupid.
Yeah, if you're a fucking arsehole. I mean, it's been incredible. So, family story and photo have received widespread publicity, although there was no consensus on what exactly they saw. Canon Wiseman said, "We don't know what we saw. Our children believe we saw Nessie, and I believe it for them. I believe that we saw something that possibly
Ian, have we done the Ian Bremner photo?
The Ian Bremner photo?
Yeah.
I mean the Rory Bremner photo where he impersonates the Loch Ness Monster.
Have a look in general and tell me if we've done this photo.
Okay, we'll have a look at. We'll have a look at that.
I've chucked in some more. I think there will be missed, but you'll be able to
have a look. Yeah, I'm sure we can. I'm sure we'll go over it.
Yeah.
Anyway, Nessie researcher Alan McKenna is more certain that there is a more prosaic explanation for the sighting. "I am not convinced," he wrote in a post on the Loch Ness Exploration Facebook group. "As always, I am open to be corrected, but in this case, I am fairly confident that we have all seen this particular object many times before." McKenna shared several photos taken by different witnesses on various dates, each showing the same object captured from the very same spot and angle near Urquhart Castle. All right. Could you put photo number 2 up, please? And we'll have a look exactly what McKenna was saying.
Is that the composite image? Is that the composite image you want, or the other singular image?
It is. That's the four images there. I've labelled it photo number 2 so we can have a look at that. So we've got there, if you look at that, the viewers. Down photo, the one we're talking about there, in the left-hand corner. Then we've got the Thomas Dobson photo. Bit of a distance photo there. You can see though it's sort of a similar sort of object there in the middle of the frame. The Loch family photo.
At this point, we need a lot more than inconclusive, don't we?
Well, we can see there. There's one of the unknown date. There's something very similar in the water being photoed from that angle. So, all right, fair enough. Let's move on in the case. So we can see there the Malm photo that we're currently discussing. We got the Dobson photo from 2021, similar object. We got the Loch family photo 2018, again showing the same type of entity, and there again the unknown image showing the same thing. Let's just look at the next photo taken by Alan McKenna himself in 2022. Let's go to that photo number 3 there, Hemi. We can show the viewers that. You have to squint your eyes, I'm afraid, or
sorry,
zoom
that's
in.
The Malm photo.
Not.
That's the one I need.
Yeah. All right.
That could be anything, couldn't it? Could be a water bird.
Something in the sense.
Could be anything.
Perhaps could be any old shit.
Yeah.
Eddie shit, really. There. Okay. Got to strain your eyes, but yeah, it's there.
I think we need either positive evidence or just keep it to your fucking self. I think that's what we need.
We will come on to this. There is a twist to all this. Mr. Malm claims that the object appeared to be moving against the current, therefore believed it was a living creature rather than a piece of driftwood or something similarly prosaic. It's worth mentioning that Mr. Malm observed the object for a whopping 4 minutes, and in Nessie terms, that's basically a full feature movie.
He watched it for 4 minutes without a single shred.
After the 4 minutes, Mr. Malm,
without a single shred of video.
I know.
was more concerned about the man shoved 17 sausages up his bum, and his name is Greg. Is his name pertinent to that thing? Or is Greg the 17 sausage stuffer?
We'll move on to that. But Mr. Malm tells us that the object eventually vanished back into the waters of the loch. Sadly, this is not a photo of the Loch Ness Monster. The object captured here is very stationary and does not move, therefore couldn't have vanished below the surface. The only time when the object may appear to submerge would be during the high winds or the rough weather conditions, creating large waves, resulting in the object being concealed at short intervals. However, veteran researcher who last year helped organise the largest surface watch of Loch Ness since 1972 doesn't blame the family for thinking they might have seen Nessie. Mr. Malm explained that this was actually his family's first time visiting and exploring Loch Ness, which is great, and I truly hope that they had a fantastic day. McKenna said, "Believing their first time at Loch Ness, I think we can forgive Mr. Malm for making this small mistake." Okay. Fair enough. McKenna has explained the image and backed up his words. So let's put this to bed. Let's get on with the rest of our lives. But hang on a minute. Wait. Interestingly, when I was visiting Urquhart Castle 2 years ago,
you're saying ergot, like the fungus?
No, Urquhart.
Urquhart.
Oh, okay.
I saw a strange object. I immediately hit record on my video camera, set about capturing the footage that so many had failed to obtain before me. Finally, conclusive evidence of the elusive beast, and I was going to make $1 million. So, Hemi, can you just run that YouTube clip I've just
dollars.
Hold on.
$1 million in the chat there. Let's just go with
$1 million.
Video clip there. But just have a look at what I videoed in the lot when I was there. Let's have a look there. So just do us at home there, and then we'll have a.
Sorry, I just.
We'll conclude the tale. Yeah, it's good stuff. But yeah, here we go.
I got reminded today of something. You know, I'm into Trailer Park Boys. Yeah. Or at least I was. So they were doing a tour in Amsterdam, and David had hotel, theatre tickets and flight tickets all booked to Amsterdam. Mrs. gets ill, so he doesn't go. And then when the tour's over, he says to me, "Oh yeah, I had tickets for all of that. I could have given them to you, but I hadn't thought of it until just now." It's like, David, it's one thing to say, "Oh yeah, I had the tickets and didn't go." It's another thing to say, my mate really likes this. Let's just rub it in that he didn't get to go. It's like,
was that a dog?
Well, as we saw there you have it. So, and we can see. Unfortunately, I too had an encounter with McKenna's prosaic driftwood, or whatever it was, rather than a plesiosaurus that had survived the Jurassic Age and has been living.
Looks a bit like a periscope, doesn't it?
Is it plesiosaurus or plesiosaur?
Well, that's what I'd like it to be.
It's a plesiosaurus,
and that's what I'd hope for. So there you go.
Plesiosaurus.
That item.
Yeah. It's a do you think he saw us up until that point?
Yeah. I too had actually encountered the same creature that those that had made the news. So there we go. Yeah, do you don't think that was the monster? Hobbit, what do you think? Was that the monster?
It looked to me like a periscope.
I don't know what you're looking at, because I just see something about doctors pull eel out of man's arsehole.
Don't spoil it, Hobbit. Don't burn up the content.
I've seen enough of those stories of. It's always people in Asia. They're always going like, "Oh, what can I stick in my penis and/or anus today?"
No, it wasn't the US. Wasn't the USB Hobbit, guy from England or America?
China.
Oh, he was from China. The USB guy was
Hobbit,
from China.
would you like to tell us?
Well, if he is from England, he's Chinese.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah. So
Would
where are
you
you
like to
seeing
tell
these
us about the guy
photographs?
You
Put an
do
eel
not
up
want to
his
know. You do not want to know about the USB guy.
Well, if I don't want to know, then we want to know, don't we? So, Hobbit, do you want to tell us about the USB guy?
Yeah, he puts a USB cable in his penis and it gets stuck, so it has to be surgically removed. And now
Can
you
he
know.
download files? And can his penis
Stuck
download the files
in-
before he removes the USB?
Aren't
Right.
you glad you
Ian's
know
Ian's
now?
determined everyone's got a teen. It was a teen. Hobbit.
A what?
A teen. It was a teen that got a USB
teen?
stuck in his penis.
I don't understand the relevance.
Well, yeah,
teen.
Ian. If you look on
Teenager.
if you look on the thing,
Boy,
that's-
15. Yeah.
if you look on the stream, that's
yeah.
what he did. Well, that's what you managed to do.
I know.
You managed
and
to get all that.
I know. And I was doing a similar
Yeah.
up there. Be clever. I got to admit, I was trying similar things at that age, but I never succeeded as well as this guy did. So.
Well, that's because it was printer cables.
Mm.
You wouldn't get a printer cable down your bell end, would you?
It would be easier to
fact-
put
in
in.
fact-
Ugh.
In fact, in my days, it was a floppy.
Floppy disk. Just
We did-
that's- When
We didn't
those
have
big
USBs
fucking
in my
how
days,
many
it-
pins did the old printer cables have? They were wide, weren't they?
I mean, it's bad enough
Fine
I've
pin,
heard
really.
that a man's put a butter knife in his penis before, but
Ah,
like, oh yeah, just a 25 pin parallel port cable. Yeah, just shove it in there. I don't even think I could stick that in my arsehole.
ooh.
It kind of works though. In my day, we didn't have USB. It was a floppy.
With knots and
Kind of
tangles
fits in
formed
with
in the
penis
cable, the
type.
boy began to experience
I
blood in
reckon.
his urine and was taken to hospital by his mother.
I'm not
What?
happy now.
Hold on a minute. Listen to this line. Unsurprisingly, the boy waited for his mum to leave the room before confessing to hospital staff that he deliberately inserted the cable rather than use a ruler. What?
Oh,
I think you would have
yes,
to
I remember
deliberately
the story
insert-
right. So it's like, I need to measure the length of my penis. Shall I use a ruler or shall I put a USB cable down my willy?
I don't understand any of
The
this.
mother's got a penis.
I think if you're reading in between lines is, I got horny and decided to stick this cable in my penis to see if it feel good. The answer is no.
So here we go. Doctors wrote
The
in the
answer is
Science
it's really
Direct
painful.
report the two distal
Are we
ports of
live
the
at the
USB
moment, by the
wire.
way?
What's that?
Are we live at the moment?
The two, yeah. Just sorry for anybody eating their dinner right now, especially if they got,
Oh, we are live.
especially if they
Oh,
got sausage
shit.
and mash.
You should have had your dinner dinner.
Yeah.
I
The
had
two-
rice pudding, but...
The two distal ports of the USB wire were found to be protruding from the external urethral meatus, whilst the middle part of the knotted wire remained within the urethra. The patient was otherwise fit and healthy adolescent with no history of mental health disorders. Well, he's got one now.
I'm upset by all
Disagree
of
with
this.
The doctors were unable to remove the cable with a metal rod due to the amount of knots that had formed. So the boy underwent surgery. How does it get knotted like that in your ball bag?
Guess what, Harry? You're a girl now.
So the insertion was made
Been
between his
knotted before it
genitals,
went in.
between his genitals and anus to allow access to the trapped cable. So they cut his taint. Oh, you fucker!
Yep, he's a girl now.
His
He's got a big. He's a split ass.
his barge. His barge was
Oh.
Explaining the procedure, doctors wrote a longitudinal penoscrotal incision over the palpable foreign body was made. And careful section was-
No! Can we go back to talking about twins, please?
That's gross.
Or maybe Dennis Nielsen. That'll be a bit more comfortable.
or Jimmy Savile, was undertaken through deeper tissues, splitting the bulbospongius
Oh, okay,
muscle.
let's just carry on then, shall we? Okay, fine.
Both ends of the wire were pulled out successfully through the external urethral meter.
Oh, good. I'm relieved to hear that.
Yeah.
Yum, pig's bum.
So blah 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 to save
like
Hobbit. However, the boy will have to be monitored for long-term damage, and the report warned that inserting foreign objects into the urethra can cause pain while urinating, blood to appear in pee, painful erections, and urine retention. So remember, kids, don't stick USBs down your bell end.
I'd like to think that the NHS would release like a PSA saying, if you are thinking about sticking things in your willy, don't.
Yeah.
And if at any point you sort of think to yourself, oh, maybe I should, then don't.
Yeah. Yeah, so there we go.
Just don't do it. It's not necessary.
Did you enjoy that one, Ian? Are you glad you glad you asked about the USB now?
You can live your entire life.
Well, I didn't. I didn't ask about the USB. I asked about the eels. I was interested in the eels.
The USB. You said you've said about the USB. Now you need to tell us about the USB. Me and Hobbit were perfectly happy to just call it. We're just happy to just reference the USB and not go through that.
Fair enough, but we still haven't heard about the eels down the old.
Are we doing that before or after Loch Ness monster creature washes up on George's
summarise all of these stories. Once upon a time, a man put something into his body that he shouldn't, goes to hospital, surgeons will have to extract it from his body, blood is involved, along with usually, permanent disfiguration.
Right, Hobbit, you've got a choice. Do you want USB and eel back to back, or do you want a bit of time before I do the eel story?
Let's have a nice breather. What is tonight's 14 words about?
I don't know. I just found a load of Loch Ness stuff, so I think we can have a bit of a Loch Ness episode.
Oh yeah, cryptozoology. What's it all about? Where are they?
So, what do you think this thing is then, Hobbit?
What do I think? What thing is
on the stream?
Oh, okay.
So, Jeff Warren sent a photo of the creature to the Savannah Morning News with a note, "This isn't a joke." When he found the carcass on the shore of Georgia's Wolf Island National Wildlife Refuge last week, he said Warren first thought it was a dead seal, but after photographing the remains of the sea creature that washed up on the beach, he just described it to station WJAX as a Loch Ness type thing.
So it looks like an eel with it's got some flippers.
Yeah, and its guts are hanging out.
I mean,
that's what the Loch Ness monster is, isn't it? Like a big eel.
But it does look a bit paper mache as well. I'm not going to lie. It
wouldn't
does
surprise
look
me
a
if
bit
someone's
paper
not
mache
that
tubey.
Yeah.
It's a still from a video.
Yeah.
So, is there a video of it then?
Unknown creature found on Barrier Island. Hold on, let me have a quick look on.
Have we got a video?
Have we got a video?
Have we got a video?
Yes, we've got a bloody video.
Is this a reference I don't understand?
The young ones.
Nasty. You get it. You get it.
Oh, I was more of a fan of
Don't you remember if we got a video? And then Viv says, the next person who says, have we got a video, I'm going to kill him.
Oh, I was more of a fan of Bottom than I was the young ones.
Well, Bottom is a later young ones, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was and then you didn't. You had the young ones.
But it was better because it didn't have all the annoying distractions.
In between, you had Filthy Rich and Catflap. Remember that?
Yeah, that was good.
It was,
because it wasn't very good.
Yeah, it was written by Ben Elton.
Yeah,
they all were, weren't they?
Before the...
not Bottom. Bottom was written by...
perfect, though, wasn't it? I found the video.
Ben Elton.
But Bottom had nothing to do with Ben Elton.
Question, Ian, yes, we have got a video. So let me just pop this up.
Yeah, I've got a video.
Have we got a video? Right, here we go. Let's zoom this in a bit.
Shit, look at that.
Oh, its guts are waving around.
Yay!
It's pretty fucked up, that, though. It's pretty good.
Whatever it is, it's fucked, yeah.
Oh, stop there. Yeah, there's not more.
That's fucked, mate.
not bad, but obviously the fact that the video.
To be fair, I wouldn't want to be going too close to that, so I don't blame him. It looks a bit paper. It looks a bit Blue Peter, doesn't it, Ian?
Yeah.
Discovery of hands in Egypt.
I like the guts hanging out. That's a nice touch, though.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, obviously,
I don't know. The guts are a bit trauma, aren't they, Hobbit? They're a bit sausage meat from the butchers, aren't they?
Yeah.
Trauma, there'd have been more blood.
Yeah, but they used to buy sausage meat, didn't they, for that? We got two watching.
Thing is,
Rumble.
the sausages. I got confused because I thought it was said like 98 people. It's like no, that's for Unity Use Network. So turns out I'm subscribed to saying that's not Fortean on Rumble.
Yeah.
Hobbit. Hobbit, do you get this one? Sausages.
Yeah, that's from Walls. That's an advert.
No, it's not.
What?
Who's Emmy? You get that one, don't you? Sausages.
That's Punch and Judy.
No, that's life, isn't it? Well, I'm obviously older
the talking
than you guys.
dog. The talking dog on That's Live.
The talking dog. That's right.
We'll
see how this slots
in Hobbit to the talking dog from That's Live.
Oh, that's why they got the That's why they got the dog that says Walls on the Walls advert.
Oh. But yeah, it says sausages, the dog. But obviously you have to be about 50-something, like I am, to...
It's his owner.
It's a good joke.
So, are you ready for that?
And where's Dom? I'm hoping he's...
Dom, you're just in time to watch Esther Ranson.
Oh, is he on?
Oh, I thought you said here's Dom. Or is he in the chat?
He's not here.
His owner,
where is
he?
First
You ready, Hobbit?
that Prince could talk.
I like Esther
Just
Ranson.
some hominy, and he just started growling a bit in his throat. And I just touched his jaw a little bit, and it sounded like Anthony, so I thought, oh, that sounds okay.
Why should he say Anthony?
Well, that's my brother's name.
Does he still remember Anthony? Get him to say it.
Say Anthony Prince.
So how does he do it?
Well, it's in his throat, he growls the notes and that, and I just can say I move his throat, his jaw a little bit, and he pronounces words in his throat.
It doesn't hurt him at all?
No, well, no.
Where did he go after Anthony?
Well, then he said a jar next time.
A jar?
Yeah.
Prince, won't you keep jamming?
The jar.
It's a jar.
The dog isn't talking, he's moving his mouth.
And when is a door not a door? When it's...
That's protein on if you say when's a door not a door, or what do you put jam in?
I'm not impressed by this. I'm
Do
quite underwhelmed.
we need to see any more of the quote-unquote talking dog?
No, that's not nice. But I'd like to see the sausages bit, but I think there's something wrong with the sound here, and I'm not sure it's going to come out very good.
Yeah.
But the sausages bit, that was quite impressive, to be honest. But yeah, you look at it now, this was the 70s. Animal cruelty was okay. And I think
Is it just
that dog...
You know when you get a slow news week, was that the 70s, but just like for 10 years?
No, that was the 70s every week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a slow news week for 10 years.
Yeah.
No. Every week was, every week was like
Ian,
that.
do you want to do this one? I'll put this one up. Loch Ness Monster spotted. First Nessie sighting for 8 months. And it's the bird. A bird.
We could do, but
I suppose in some ways that must have been quite nice in a way, just nothing's really happening, just nice and stable, the country's not on fire.
I'll be honest, no.
Not having to deal with 1,400 girls being abused in Rotherham.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Basically, there were 3 TV channels. One of them was shit, which was BBC Two. That always had opera or something on. You just had the other 2.
Oh, so it's like BBC Four.
Do you remember those bizarre Czechoslovakian cartoons they used to have on Ian on BBC Two?
Ugh.
That used to scare the shit out of you.
Hideous.
To be honest, I used to steer clear of BBC Two. The only thing I remember on BBC Two from those days was The Legend of Boggy Creek, was brilliant, and it absolutely shat me up. And they showed that at like 6 o'clock in the evening. But apart from that, BBC Two was crap. And
no, it was alright when the comedy was on,
and it was boring.
Like at 9 o'clock on either a Thursday or a Friday. But otherwise,
well, you had half an hour. 9 o'clock, you'd get not the 9 o'clock news for half an hour, but life was boring. It was rubbish, and I think it's much better now. I'm never bored now. I've
been watching
TV channels. You've got
Mr. Bean recently.
I feel like that. I feel like that King from the Young Ones. Like, it's a real pisser living in a world where nobody ever gets bored. Do you remember? You seen that one, Hobbit?
Well,
yes, I do remember that one.
Yeah. It's a real pisser living in a world where no one ever gets bored.
All right. So what we got here? Loch Ness monster spotted. First Nessie sighting logged for 8 months.
Yeah.
Then I get well. Have we got that one? Let's have a look. Is that in the chat? I can go over that one if we got it there. But I don't know. Where's the article, man?
Yes, in general. It's up a bit.
Is it?
It's a way
At
up.
last,
So
I chucked
a few in. I chucked a few in.
Oh, right, okay.
It's got the picture of a woman with a stupid hat on.
Oh, there she is. Oh,
Yeah.
she's hot. Let's have a look then.
Well, you don't know. You don't know because it's hidden by hair and hat.
That's the best way. All right, I'll go with this one. Then. Loch Ness monster spotted. First Nessie sighting logged after 8 months, which I don't actually believe. But hang on,
This is 2017, so they must have had a bit of a drought at some stage.
2017. Okay, so it's pretty topical, this program here.
Yeah.
After fears that the world's most famous monster had gone missing, the first possible sighting of Nessie this year has finally been logged, to the relief of her worldwide fans.
Hold on a minute. Why are we assuming it's gender?
There,
and it definitely. Do you think Loch Ness is a woman or is it a man?
I always assumed it was a man for some reason.
No, ships are called she, aren't they? A boat, they call it she, even though there's no. And
I guess it's
if you look at
indeterminate.
If you look at the women's boxing, in the Olympics. You say, that's a woman. Oh no, it's so you know where I'm coming from. But okay, the Loch Ness monster's official recorder has admitted that he was worried that of her for 8 months and fielded calls from concerned enthusiasts across the world. Could have been beggars plays pop. So
it's swum back into the Hollow Earth.
Allied. After the tourists from Manchester claimed that they had spotted her recently in Urquhart Bay, as we saw tonight. Okay, so Gary Campbell, keeper of the Loch Ness Monster Sightings Register, said he was relieved.
So is there a place on the bay where you go to and you go, I've just seen the Loch Ness Monster? Or is it an online register?
Well, you just go to Urquhart Castle. You go to Urquhart Castle. It's a good place to go and have a look, and you've got a good view over the loch and the bay.
No, I mean, the sightings register. How do you get on the sightings register? Is it there?
Is it one of those things you have to sign once a year?
I'm not sure.
If you don't, then you get in trouble.
It's probably like the sex offenders register. So, how do you get on the sex offenders register?
It's not something you want to be seen signing on then.
He's on there. No.
So you're telling me that the Nessie committed an offence and has to at least show up at least once a year for the American tourists as part of its contractual obligation?
As a bit of a side note, everyone should be pretty busy Sunday because they say every household in England has been urged to close curtains and blinds from Sunday, and gardeners have been urged to put a tray of water in the garden this Sunday. What do you do first? Do you put your tray of water out, or do you just close your curtains?
What on earth? Why? Is this one of those COVID things where we're saying
it's clickbait, Hobbit? Dude, don't click on
it. I thought it was one of those things like, on Thursday at 7 o'clock we're all going to bang our pots and pans. Like, let's see what shit we can get people to do now.
Yeah. Fuck that bollocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Well, at least we've got a new government anyway. So.
Yeah.
No, the police did the police did come round to my house and check my hard drive. They did find pictures of Nessie on my hard drive, and now I am on the official Loch Ness Monster Sightings register. I did tell them, though, that I was writing a book about the Loch Ness Monster, like Pete Townsend did, and this was my research.
He was I think Hugh Edwards is an avid cryptozoologist.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
He's a dude.
It's going to be signed in. No, it's not allegedly, because he's been convicted, hasn't he?
Has he?
Exactly,
yeah, he's convicted nonce.
Yeah, hopefully he goes
No, I wasn't talking about that. I was saying he's been allegedly doing cryptozoology sightings.
Yeah,
we don't have any proof that he's been
he gets
spotting
the Loch Ness
Nessie
Monster to do pictures for crack, doesn't he?
What about the Wodwos?
Yeah. Anyway,
has he been taking pictures of baby Wodwoses?
Yeah.
Yeah, dirty shit. Anyway, okay. So, I'll finish this article. Sightings register, blah, blah, blah. It was revealed that after the sighting was made, someone known only as Mrs. Johnson, and on May Day. He said she was taking pictures on her iPhone at dusk when she spotted a dark shape in the water high above the waves. There have been sightings of Nessie before. This is a credible sighting, but obviously unexplained. We actually got the picture there. If you've got to put the photo, put the article in chat, the viewers at home can see that. I was quite worried there had been an 8-month gap between the last sighting, and so was the whole world.
It's another shit. It's another shit one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a load of wank. And also, this is from 2017. So
here's an incredible thought, right? About these, what if, the Loch Ness Monster is way more intelligent than people give credit for, and what the Loch Ness Monster does is, through some human intermediaries, disseminates money to get these tourists to come and take pictures of wobbly, blurry objects in the lake. And then people look at it and go, "Oh, that's a load of box. That's just a log, isn't it?" And then everybody, because there's no credible evidence of Loch Ness, think that Loch Ness is not real. So Loch Ness uses its vast fortunes to disseminate anti-Loch Ness propaganda and fake news about Loch Ness Monster.
So where does the Loch Ness Monster get its money from?
It makes
sense. A big shareholder in Serco, is it?
Well, everybody knows that dragons have hoards of gold, right? So it's got gold in the Loch.
Oh, the Loch Ness Monster keeps getting all them tree fiddies off as chef's parents, doesn't he?
Well, you know how there's wishing wells and people toss their coins into wishing wells.
Don't you remember that South Park Hobbit?
I do, yes. But just think,
it's the Loch Ness Monster.
I'm trying to make a new point.
Go on then, Hobbit.
Instead of doing member berries, I'm trying to synthesize some new thoughts here. All the coins are in the wishing wells, and the socks which go missing in washing machines, they all end up at Loch Ness. He's got a vast fortune of socks and coins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. But,
that's how it's done.
Though, Hugh Edwards is the Loch Ness noncer.
Is he going to buy Jimmy Savile's old cottage?
He's a nonce. He could do, but I think Jimmy Savile's old cottage is going to be knocked down. He'd be better off buying George Michael's old cottage, which was a toilet in America.
That's not an abode. That's an action.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm waiting for Dom to arrive. Where is he? I want to cover our project, but no, carry on with the other. Hopefully, you'll come on soon, and we can tell you about what we got
so
planned.
did you see what Mr. Campbell said? He said Nessie's seen in the winter, but it's much more common in the summer. Did you see that? So it was unusual that nothing was seen after August the 21st.
There are more visitors to the loch in the summer, so it makes sense to start with. Plus, obviously, the loch is much calmer. Well, in the summer, so you're more likely to see
the reason for the summer sightings is twofold. There are more people around in the summer, but more importantly, there are much longer daylight hours, and the weather tends to be better, and that's why we have all these blurry photos. Then,
right?
That makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah, totally.
So, Hobbit, do you believe in the Loch Ness Monster?
Do you think it's real? Yeah.
No. On a serious note. you think that this is possible?
I do. And I also
Really?
think that there is a link to Hollow Earth, because it's a vast lake, but I'm also thinking that there's these creatures, they go from, they're able to go from one lake to another through unexplored tunnels.
No, I'm not sure. Obviously,
most of Loch Ness has been unnavigated because it's vast. It's like
it's bigger than you even realise, isn't it, Loch Ness?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's not so much the surface area; it's the depth, isn't it? With Loch Ness,
depth of Loch Ness and how many Eiffel Towers you could put into it.
What are we looking at here?
How many Olympic-sized swimming pools could you put in it?
6 million.
I'm not sure. You can fit the population of the Earth into Loch Ness.
You could fit them all on the Isle of Wight.
Yeah, you probably could.
At least you used to be able to.
Yeah.
And to be fair, Keir Starmer's trying.
We're level. But we voted them in. We voted them in, so don't complain, didn't we?
Well,
I didn't
20% of us voted him.
Hey, Hobbit, innit?
I don't remember voting for either.
I didn't even vote at all,
of us,
so it's my fault anyway.
20% of them voted Keir Starmer, and
we could have voted for Richie Sunak. But yeah,
no, we couldn't because he was like, "LOL, I'm going now." Bye.
Tier Starmer, as people are calling him now.
2-tier Starmer.
Yeah, 2-tier Starmer.
Or Kid Starver as well. They're calling him as well.
He was a big friend of Jimmy Savile as well, isn't he? Previous.
I was going to say, what's your favourite Keir Starmer moment? Mine's when he said, there's not enough evidence to prosecute Savile. Drop the case.
Yeah.
And then they did.
I think my favourite was we found a girl that's been molested by a load of Muslim men. What should we do?
Yeah.
We'll do her for prostitution and or drunk and disorderly.
Yep. That's the way. It's very Fortean.
It's a bit too political now. YouTube might get upset with us. Anyway, this Bremner photo, is it when you remember, Ian?
Yeah, this is.
Have we covered
this is an old photo. Obviously, it's seals, isn't it?
2016.
Well, it's been around for a long time. You've got the head there. Obviously, that's the seal's head.
Oh, I think I remember because he works at Whiskey Distillery, don't we? It definitely looks like that's a couple of seals, isn't it?
Yeah, giving the illusion of a many-humped monster.
Could it be like Could it be like double exposed or something? Could it be some sort of trick of?
Well, no, it's not. It's obviously in the water. That's obviously what it is. But it's not a prehistoric monster, is it?
No, that's a seal. Well, the front end's a seal.
You've got to look more. You've got to look more. It's not just about the monster, though, is it? It's about the mystery in general, and about what surrounds it.
What, like this?
Loch Ness is 100 years.
Like this prick here. Do you want to cover this prick here? The one with the fiberglass hump. Do you want to do that?
Have a look at the prick, then.
You may feel a slight prick.
Oh, that's a no.
I was. Sorry. Blimey, this is even older. 20.
Yeah, we can have a look. We'll have a look at that. Then. Yeah, we'll have a look then. Go on this. We'll look at the fiberglass hump.
Prick.
Put the article up from the Mail Online for the. My Nessie picture is a.
Oh, your mate's quoted in this. Steve Feltham, your mate.
Who needs to grow up here? May I add into that?
Stop being a big girl.
So, it was billed as some of the most exciting. Where we go? Actually, I've gone on to the next article there. One moment. Wait with me.
You can see him with his fiberglass.
It was billed as some of the most
fucking bell end.
Yeah, exactly. And his concrete dildo sat there in the loch. It was billed as some of the most convincing evidence of the Loch Ness monster that perhaps it existed. But now the skipper behind the image of Nessie has been confirmed it is a fake. George Edwards owned up to the hoax, saying that he created the fraud for a bit of fun. The 61-year-old, when was this? 2016. So what is he now?
No,
then?
2013. This one was
69. 2013. So he's in the 70s. Grow up, mate. You know, the 61-year-old simply photographed the same fake hump featured in a National Geographic documentary, The Truth Behind the Loch Ness Monster from 2011. Today, Mr. Edwards, who was involved in the production of the documentary and had access to the fake hump, said that he had no regrets about the picture, despite fooling people over a year. And we can see him there looking guilty into the camera.
Dickhead, we don't need people like that. And there's your mate Steve
Edwards.
Yeah, wanker. Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Ian, anyway, I love you in a fucking
The image
fight.
will now join a host of... Yeah.
On the back of the Spoons car park.
Join a host of other fakes. Yeah. Get the shit out of him, including the now notorious image taken by Dr. Robert Kenneth Wilson in 1934, showing the monster's head and long neck, and we're all familiar with that image. Mr. Edwards, a cruise boat operator on the loch, produced and published the image in August last year. And Mr. Edwards said, "Why should I feel guilty having a bit of fun? Where would Loch Ness be without the world's best-known forgery, the Sturgeon's photo?"
We haven't done. We need to do some Katie Price news. We have to do some Katie Price news.
Katie Price, she's been in the hasn't she?
Katie Price says she'll be arrested when she lands in the UK after skipping £760,000 bankruptcy hearing for a 10 grand facelift in Turkey as she begs for her son Harvey's protection. She's still hiding behind Harvey.
Oh, don't blame her. I mean, it's the only leverage she's got these days.
Well, and she to pay her debts off, she's got the idea of becoming an escort.
The drink driving thing, that's still like, you know, whatever.
Well, she don't ever turn up for the things, does she?
No.
Hello, you.
Why would you?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the rule of law applies anymore.
Right, a statement from Katie. I'd just like to thank everyone that has been showing support and compassion to my situation this week with my pending arrest. Despite what has been misreported, I'm now en route back from filming my documentary. I was never just abroad being ignorant to what's going on, and I stand by the fact. She's admitting. So she's put it down on pen and paper, you know, pen and paper, that she knows that she's supposed to be in court but can't be asked. That's going to go down really well, isn't it?
I'm sure the judge won't be annoyed at all by that statement.
I was never aboard just being ignorant to what's going on. I stand by the facts, which is there has been miscommunications here between a number of people here to do with... Why do you need to put here in it so much? To do with my bankrupt key. She doesn't know how to spell bankruptcy. However, I'm now returning home from work, and I am aware I'm about to be detained at the airport, which is obviously what the courts feel is necessary. I do hope, of course, for my son's sake, who is with me, they'll allow me some dignity and protection. Random D for dignity in the sentence there, and protection for at least his sake, as this would be extremely disturbing for him to see. Whilst I understand the importance and severity of the matter,
you'll probably laugh. So, yeah, look her up. Hello, you cunt.
He'll go to the police. Hello, you cunt. I do feel like I'm being treated like a criminal. That's because you broke the law.
It's funny how criminals feel they've been treated like criminals.
It's funny. I feel like I'm being treated by like exactly what I am. I would like to point out once again that this is to do with a very unfortunate financial circumstance, which is hard, as it has been does not make a criminal or bad person. Really, Jesus Christ.
you know, the court have found that you have been ruled a bad person.
Millions of people suffer losses and go through bankruptcy. I can't stand the way she spells bankruptcy. She spells it different every time she writes it. For many different reasons, and mine was due to serious mental health issues and breakdowns from PTSD. Well, from all those fucking Land Rovers you rolled while you were illegally driving.
You know, it's just the shell shock of like serving in the trenches. She's got PTSD from her time in the war.
Oh, is that where she's been? She's been on the front line in Ukraine. Whilst it's been
obviously,
hard,
she's it's so hard for her. We don't know the trauma she's been through.
She's got PTSD from the trauma she's been through. I repeatedly will stand by the fact.
Nobody knows the trauma I've been through.
I repeatedly will stand by the fact I'm not embarrassed or ashamed this has happened to me. Of course you're not embarrassed or ashamed because you're not trying to sort it out. You just kind of have another facelift for 10 grand when you owe.
It's not embarrassing. It's like, the courts are kind of like, look, we don't care how you feel about this. The fact is you owe this much money to these people and that's why we're here to put a judgment on you. Pay up.
People lose their lives every day over the embarrassment and fear of these situations. And the public bullying I've endured on this matter is simply just not okay. I will continue.
I'm sorry.
I'll continue to speak
I'm sorry
out.
People call you mean words for being somebody that doesn't pay their bills.
Yeah. I'll continue to speak out on this and not be ashamed. I think we pretty much know that you're not ashamed.
Hey, what do you call a woman that? What do you call a woman that sets fire to the bailiff letters? Bernadette.
Yeah, I have, and I'm Katie. I have, and I'm continuing to pay back debtors as ordered by the court. Oh, that's good that you're doing what you've been ordered by the court. Great. Well, slap on the back all round. I will address this with the police and courts when I land, and I ask for my son Harvey's sake. It's handled with care and compassion. I am, after all, only a human being. I appreciate that all of you continue to show me love. It means a lot.
The jury's out on that one.
Yeah.
Love.
There we go. I don't think we do. I think Katie.
You might fall the FBI, but you don't fall the FB me, Katie Price.
Bombs would be with us shortly.
Are you just one of these people that's just bullying her for not being bothered to pay her bills?
Yeah, I'm a vicious bully that thinks people should pay what they owe.
I'll just nip in. Dom should be with us very shortly, so we'll.
Dom said, "Does she owe that much money?" I think the price is right. Dom just said in chat.
Oh yeah, he's going to hop on shortly.
Yeah,
cool.
He's watching. So, side note, but we've always enjoyed a bit of Katie news, and Katie news is never dull, never ever dull.
Well, it's more the fact that JDLE was the #1 Harvey Price fan club.
Yeah.
You know, we were just like chronicling all the abuse he suffered at the hands of
emancipation.
I used to listen. And what happened to JDLE?
Please, what happened to your voice then? It just.
Yeah, Jesus, what
was that? Dom.
Yeah.
No, was that Dom or Fraser? Did someone just cough?
No, that was that was fucking.
What did you think to Katie's statement, Fraser?
Great, fantastic.
Just you're not going to be one of the vicious bullies that thinks you should pay her bills.
No, of course not.
What happened to JDLE though? We used to get a good good turnout for that.
Yeah,
it
ended up just being like Hobbit.
Did it? I thought you used to have other people on there. The Scale Sky, wasn't it?
We did. We had a few on.
Yeah, exactly. Jimmy Corkill.
We had a few folks on there. Casimir, mate.
Guggy.
Yeah, so what else have we got? I think we're running out. Oh, it's the eel story now. Sorry, Hobbit.
Oh, no.
Hobbit, go for the eel up the arse.
Do you want to do the eel story, or would you rather not?
If I do, at certain points, I will start groaning.
Well, that's good radio, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's read. Doctors pull eel out of man's arse. The site can't be reached. Oh no, what a shame. Hang on, doctors pull eel, anus, Vietnam. Doctors, eel, anus, Vietnam. Let's see if I can find it on another website. BBC News. Okay, doctors pull 26 inches on a man's backside. Oh, that was also to the...
After he forced the live creature into his anus, along with a lemon.
Here we go.
Well, you always have a lemon with seafood, don't you, Hobbit?
It looks more like a... It looks more like a lime from this photo I'm looking at. So the headline from Gizmodo is slightly different. Man sticks 2-foot eel while 26 inches is more than 2 foot. Eel up his anus. Gets surgery after eel chews through his intestines. Doctors in Vietnam reported a patient's horrific experience having a 2-foot eel chew through his intestines after he reportedly inserted it into his anus. Surgeons were able to save the man's life and extract the eel, though not without removing part of his colon as well. It's a bizarre real-world incident that reads like a trailer for the upcoming Alias Romulus. What? Are they making like a Star Trek film about Romulus? The Romulans?
I think so.
Oh.
I mean, I've always wanted to...
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, with the way they do Star Trek now, I can't get excited about a thing about the Romulan Empire. They always were my favourite in the original and TNG series. On the 27th of July, a 31-year-old man, originally from India, visited the emergency department.
Why?
Hello, sir. I have severe abdominal...
We didn't see that plot twist coming, did we?
I thought they were vegetarians. Does this not count?
Why did he stick a lemon as well? Does he think that eels eat lemons or something?
I have severe abdominal pain. Gone to the hospital. And to me, Whitney stuck a large eel up through his anus. He was quickly giving imaging tests which confirmed the eel's presence. Then put it for a colonoscopy to remove it rectally.
Oh, that's nice. It's wiggly, and then ah. Is that what it was like?
He got out of his depth.
But the doctors discovered a complication. The man had also inserted a lemon into his anus, seemingly to ensure the eel wouldn't wriggle out the way it came.
Like I said, Hobbit, you always have a lemon with seafood, don't you?
It does cut through the earthy taste.
Yeah.
The man's pain continued to grow worse, but then the doctor said that's normal as he's an Indian, prompting the medical team to throw him in front of the trains, and then everybody clapped, and the doctor said, wow, that saved us a lot of work. Now let's go on to saving the lives that people actually deserve it, as opposed to this fucking wonderful, brave and stunning person that is stunning and brave in every single way, and is brave and stunning. And did I mention they're stunning and brave? Please also donate to the WWF's fund for preserving the locomotives of India, as they're being hunted by Indians, and it's terrible.
Oh shit! It had caused him intestinal perforation and peritonitis.
Yeah, because, it's chewing through the ball. The hospital's report doesn't provide the man's rationale for what he did. Hey, you don't have to be...
Lone wolf mental illness? Is that what it is?
It's... Well, look, you don't have to... The 6 million rupee question. Why did you put the anus and the lemon up there?
What's the bigger question? Why did he put the eel up there, or why did he put the lemon up there as well?
I mean, the eel I can understand. He's a disgusting fucking pervert. But the lemon... Oh, well, they said the lemon...
Is that just kinky, is it? Put the lemon up there as well.
There's a rationale for what he did, but it doesn't know that people, young men in particular, will try to seek sexual sensations from unusual things into the anus. And while this may be the first instance of eel anal insertion ever encountered by the hospital's doctors, it amazingly isn't even the first case spotted in the country this year. Earlier this March, doctors at a different hospital in Vietnam reported removing a 12-inch eel from a man's abdomen, which had likely also found its way inside through the anus. I was just swimming and it swam up my bum.
What's it just
doctors in Hong Kong...
Eels are inserted into the anus.
Doctors in Hong Kong reported another case of butt eels 20 years... No, they're not butt eels. They're eels which have been taken by a pervert and inserted into their bodily orifices. They're not... It's like saying that, you know what Ukrainians are? They're cannon fodder. No, they're Ukrainians. It's just that because of current affairs.
Oh, Dom wins the internet today. Lemon entry, my dear Watson. That's actually
that's something Richard Gere would do.
Dom, you need to go work in a hospital in Vietnam removing eels from people's anus. I was going to say anuses from people's eels.
from what they're saying, it sounds like you can make good money doing it as well.
Lee Natoy, Deputy Director of the Centre for Colon and Rectal Surgery at the Viet Duck Hospital. No, you need Viet Eel University Hospital. Says that eels can live in anaerobic or oxygen-free conditions for quite a while and can puncture through the digestive tract. Yai added that under no circumstances people should try to stick eels or any other animals up through their anus, given the unpredictable. What do you mean unpredictable consequences? You stick something that is.
I think they're entirely predictable consequences.
Yeah. It's like, to which I say. I'll editorial note here, to which I say absolutely no problem following that advice, Doctor. Wow. Actually, there's another story here. It's not eel related, but it is butt related.
I've got another one. I don't know if this was in your article, Hobbit, but when quizzed about how the eel could have ended up in his belly, the patient couldn't provide an answer.
We know the fucking reason.
What? Medics, no, that isn't even the most preposterous bit. But medics believe it entered his anus, slid up his colon, and somehow entered his abdomen. Oh, so it actually got into his stomach.
If it's 26 inches long, yeah, it's going to get in your stomach.
Yeah. Well, how long is the large intestine? Is it 5 foot long?
No, that's about a mile long. Oh, the large intestine.
The small intestine's 30 foot. I remember that bit.
No, one of them's a mile, isn't it?
Well, no, the small intestine's 30 foot. I know. The length of human adult male intestines. The average length of the human intestine is equivalent to the length of the small intestine added to the length of the large intestine. Wow, really? I want the numbers. So it can be anywhere from 6 to 8.5 meters in length. The combined length from
the small intestine can vary between 10 feet to 16 feet. 3 to 5 meters.
I thought it was 30.
Oh.
So, yeah.
They had to shorten that to fit the kidneys in your stomach, didn't they?
Oh, yeah, because that's all moved about.
It's all going to fold up nicely.
Well, the small intestine measures about 9 to 16 foot, and the large intestine is roughly 5 foot long. Or at least I remember what the large intestine is.
The large intestine is about 5 feet. What's that thing? I'm sure when I was a kid that your large intestine was about a mile long or something. Or is that me just not listening properly?
Yeah, I doubt it.
How long would it take food via peristaltic action to pass through the intestine if it was a mile long? I mean, you could eat something on a Monday and you'd shit out next month.
That'd be a good idea, actually.
Well, yeah, but then just think of all the meals you carry. Like, a mile's worth of meals in your gut. Ugh. No thanks. Rather you than me.
The large intestine also has a larger... So which one did it go in through? The large intestine or the small intestine?
He shoved up his bum.
Yeah, but then it got into his intestines, didn't it? Because it was chewing out through the intestines.
Oh, that just reminds me of Phantasm, where they got like the
colon is the longest portion of your large intestine, so it was in the large intestine because they found it in his colon, didn't they? I thought they said
it was in his intestines. They didn't specify.
If you stretched out your large intestine, it'd be about as long as the width of a queen size bed.
Right.
Isn't that long then? Is it?
I feel really uncomfortable now. Thanks.
What? You didn't during the 26-inch eel up someone's butthole?
The funny thing is, when I'm doing a reading, it's like a performance, and I can almost like not think about what I'm saying, but then I do, and then I get angry.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it really. It's one of those things.
I think Dom's just joined us.
Dom's in. He's missed all the good in it. Any eel jokes, Dom?
Eel up the arsehole.
Eels up inside you, wriggling to find a warmer place.
I'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, we've covered a few things. What we mean to do, though, is cover our Fortean investigation taking place at the end of the month. Are you ready, Dom, for what we've got to come? Are you ready, Dom, for what you've got? Are you there?
Are you there, Dom?
What's
We're
with you?
going to have a seance for Dom to get hold of Dom.
No, we're going to have a seance at the end
I've
of the
been
month.
muted again. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, that's good.
If you hear me now, you take away the biggest part of Dom.
Well,
oh, please don't go.
We'll quickly cover what we've got coming, though.
Oh, is this a preview of what we're doing?
Preview, yeah.
Dom's on the boat. You boys really rehearsed this bit well.
We didn't. No, this is. If you can, if we can just go into this.
Yeah.
If you can just sort of post this article in the chat there, Hemi, we'll just run through that. I'll just put that in.
Dom should be on Whose Line It Is anyway. He's great at improv, isn't he?
He's good at improv. He does a good, give me a style of song, opera. Give me a subject.
Virginity.
Washing the dishes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Virginity, washing the dishes. Anyway, quickly go. We'll run through this though, because before we go,
Tony Slattery.
Yeah, exactly. Tony.
Do you remember when Tony Slattery was always on the telly all of the time, and then all of a sudden he just disappeared?
Yes, he had a nervous breakdown. I had a Christmas card off him.
Did they replace him with Anton Day?
How did you get a Christmas card off of Tony Slattery?
Oh, it's a longer story. I don't want to go into it too much, but yeah, I did have a Christmas card. I mean, I'll go into it another time, maybe. But what we'll do though is run through this first. We can come on to Tony Slattery's Christmas later. As we all know,
Christmas story.
Yeah, as we all know, I do like a Fortean field trip. Thus far, I've investigated supernatural goings-on in the New Forest, hunted the elusive monster at Loch Ness, and followed in the footsteps of Titanic fuckwit Frederick Fleet. All of these excursions, I was accompanied by my trusty video camera, and we were able to present my results on Fortean words.
Was Dom on any of those?
Oh no, that was his other friend.
Going to be on the next one.
Oh, that's his other friend.
Dom.
This will actually be good for me because I've not actually looked up how far I have to drive yet.
It's not far. It's not far. Don't worry about it. For my next Fortean field trip, myself and Dom are going to head to the most haunted place in Dorset and pay a visit to the infamous ruins of Knowlton Church.
In Dorset?
So here's a bit of background information. It is in Dorset, it's not in Alaska. So if we just get those images up there of Knowlton Church, we'll run through a bit of background information on the location. Okay, good. Okay then. Surrounded by Neolithic earthwork and the hollow shell of Knowlton Church is one of the most atmospheric places in Dorset, and is said to be one of its most haunted. The ruins are imbued with a mystical and almost enchanted aura, and the church location at the centre of a pagan circle stands as testimony to a long ago clash of religious creeds. The church was built in the 12th century and was added to over succeeding centuries. The way in which it was deliberately sited in the middle of a pagan worship place demonstrates how those were charged with converting the local population to Christianity, did also by adapting older pagan sites and assimilating them to their religion. Standing stones there have been.
Are you going to go and have your picture taken by Cripple Style? There's a place called Cripple Style that's near there.
We will do. We're going to take plenty of footage there. Thousands of years were broken up by
used construction. Gussage St Michael. There's some excellent names around there. It's near Wimborne, anyway.
Gusset St Michael, which is held in his crotch. In 2005, students on a dowsing course at the site. That's right, and unearthed one such ancient stone, which believed to be part of a stone circle that the builders of the church had toppled and buried in order to demonstrate their superiority of the new faith over the old. And where are we now? Okay. Today, despite the picturesque surroundings, a certain aura of melancholy hangs over these sites, and the spirits of some who have passed this way in the last 4,000 years have still linger there. A phantom horse and its rider still gallop across the site in the dead of night. They then proceed to pass straight through the church, as though it wasn't there. Ghostly face has been witnessed appearing from the top window of the tower. Then there is also the shade of a weeping woman, which some accounts describe as a nun, that has been kneeling outside the church. Although what sin or transgression she has been trying to exactly take it up the arse, wasn't she, dirty bitch? Anyway, paranormal.
If you need me to bring some, if you need me to bring some like ghost hunting gadgets, I've got an iPhone 6.
If you've got it.
So there's. I'll put the map up. There's Knowlton Church and Earthworks, and if you look to the right of it, there's Cripple Style.
Yeah.
Cripple Style. That was one of the LA stars. I like this. I like their song "James Brown is Dead." Yeah. Oh, that was LA style.
Yeah.
And then to the left, there's Gussage.
So,
Gussage St Michael.
Yeah.
Where's all Gussage?
Exactly.
Crispy Gussage.
I actually live in a village with a more amusing name than any of them, but I'm not going to dox myself by mentioning it here.
Yeah. Is it Shitterton?
Yeah, he lives in.
Or is it Crap?
Paranormal groups investigating. Yeah. Paranormal groups investigating the sites have found themselves enveloped in a swirling white mist and have heard ethereal voices chattering around them, although no source for the voices have ever been traced. The lady and her 2 children were visiting the site in daylight hours and were startled by a tall figure dressed in black that suddenly appeared from nowhere. It proceeded to walk right across their path and promptly vanished.
Was it Johnny?
Others have reported sightings of the. I think it was the Phantom Monk. We're going to.
It could have been the Phantom Raspberry Blower.
Anyway, others have reported sightings of the.
London Town.
But we'll see what we can find.
You remember the Phantom Raspberry Blower of Old London Town, don't you?
That emerged from around it.
Oh, did you watch?
2 Ronnies, isn't it? And they're
did you go and watch? What's his name? Stuart Lee.
Ronnie Corbett. I did. Stuart Lee was excellent. I actually wrote an article in a magazine called Gonzo, which is online, about my experience. I was still sick actually when I went to see it, but it was a good gig. I always see him when I can. He tries to be a lefty. It doesn't work though. 40 quid a ticket in a big arena.
He did a criticism of Simon Gershwin about. I don't know what the exact content of the stand-up is, but he was taking the piss out of him a lot. And for those that's not aware, Simon Gershwin is one of the most preeminent researchers into the field of psychoacoustics, which is how we perceive sound. The thing is, my dad's met him, and he's a complete anorak and bore. So when Stuart Lee did his stand-up in Oxford, taking the piss out of the local alumni of Simon Gershwin, there was a lot of people really shitting on him, saying, "Oh, how dare you insult one of our best and brightest." And my dad hearing about it, it's just like, yeah, but everything he said about him's true, though. I wish I'd like to have known what he said.
The thing is, Stuart Lee, he'll have a little go. He'll try this. Oh, I don't like Brexit. I don't like Trump. Never mind that. You'll have a go at Michael McIntyre. You'll have a go at James Corden. You'll have a go at Russell Howard.
He puts his twist in as well.
Do this. Exactly, he gets himself stuck in a loop, and it's the best stand-up you're going to see. It's just a little bit of a shame he tries these lefty things, which he has to throw in. But I've been seeing him for over 30 years, and
he does all the right-on stuff, doesn't he? Like, fuck Brexit and all that, doesn't he? Which gets a bit tiresome, doesn't it?
He doesn't overdo it. He doesn't overdo it, but he will throw it in.
It's
which
just
he doesn't need to. Yeah. He's better than that. That's the thing.
I'm contractually obliged to say this bit now.
Yeah. So I'm selling out a big arena at 40 quid a ticket. So
he's a pretty good storyteller. The way he comes out, the way he tells his stories, and he loops round, and then he comes back. Like it's really well constructed, isn't it? But just like sometimes the right on stuff.
Well, as a stand-up,
doesn't it?
a stand-up, he's the best. I think he's.
It needs to be cool to be left-wing, but not anymore.
He's actually the 43rd best, isn't he? Do you remember his stand-up? 43rd best comedian in England as well.
Yeah, 43rd. I know that Hobbit. Right. I know Hobbit was. Yeah, I know Hobbit. Hobbit would say that Michael McIntyre is the best, and I can see where Hobbit's coming from. I know.
I've been watching Fist of Fun recently because both series of Fist of Fun have been uploaded onto YouTube with AI upscale. And the nice thing about it is you can actually pause without any of the VHS judder and read all the stuff. But then I've been reading all the stuff, and it's just like I can't be bothered to read this anymore. It's not so much leftist drivel; it's kind of just like things that were seen as edgy in the 90s, and now I'm just looking at it's like, oh, they're trying hard, aren't they?
I don't know. Have you seen
were they the
This
one where they
Morning
did
with
the Mr.
Richard
Tony
Not
Blair
Judy?
thing that looked like Humpty Dumpty? Was that Fist of Fun?
They did a thing where they had Pete Barnum, who was living in a bedsit, and he would do all these sad things, like he was sort of but instant trifle. He was like, get a rusk, some strawberry jam, and some sherry. He's just like putting all these ingredients in his mouth and scooping jam out with his fingers.
Oh god!
The man with the hobbies as well, the weak lemon drink man.
I love the weak lemon drink guy. That was actually proper funny. Like one of them was like some local politician, and he would just like at 3 a.m, like bang on her window and go, "Ha ha ha! You're not in power anymore," and then run away.
Milk
that was
body, which was like
Fist of Fun was actually quite good. It wasn't
also you had Richard and Judy as well with this. What they did, Richard.
This Morning with Richard Not Judy.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that was good as well. And then afternoon. Oh, everything Stuart Lee has done and Richard Herring they did was good. It was but it's gone now. Now we've got Michael McIntyre. I think but Hobbit, you like
Stuart Lee's
Kay's memories.
sorry, not Stuart Lee. Herring is nothing without Stuart Lee, is he?
Yeah, but he was a good foil. But he was more he was more lowbrow and kind of surrealist, so he was a good foil to Stuart Lee with this sort of highbrow political stuff.
Then you see him live doing a one-man stand-up gig. Herring is good. He still does his gigs if you can catch him. There's a good clip on YouTube.
Yeah, but he's really gone down the right on left rabbit hole though, hasn't he? Elite Herring.
Not really. Has he? I don't know. I've not seen him. I used to watch. I haven't
listened
to
him on it. I used to listen to him on a few podcasts years ago until I found better ones.
The one which annoyed me is it Ian Lee? He was in that show, The Late Show with Daisy Donovan.
Clock show, wasn't
it? She was hot.
Daisy Donovan, fuck yeah.
And but no, he's turned into like an aggressive sort of cross between Destiny and Will Wheaton.
with his suits that were too big for him. He had wore those weird suits that were too big for him as well, didn't he?
So he's kind of like trying to do review glass stick then.
That's where Ali G came from as well.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and Ricky Gervais used to be funny before he became.
Oh god, there was this bit. Steve Merchant was with him at the time, and there was this thing where in the interview they had like the audience, and like one of them won a hand job. And then Ricky Gervais is like, I don't want to give him a hand job. Why? Because he's a bloke. And then Steve Merchant was just like there. And it's never seen on television. They're simulating him wanking off this guy in the audience, and people are around, and they're just nervously laughing. And I've not forgiven either of them for that to this day.
Who was the anchor for that? That was Ian Lee, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And they were both shit.
Well, that's why I thought it was like. They were far better show leaders than Ricky Gervais. Ricky Gervais, I just thought was like, he's like a greasier, less appealing version of Pete Barnum in Fist of Fun.
Well, I thought he was trying to be like an edgy Al Murray, wasn't he? I think that was the character he was going for on there.
Was it?
Yeah,
I just remember
like the Mr. Angry bit about the news, didn't he? That was his thing on the 11 o'clock show.
All I remember was just him wanking off a bloke in the audience.
Off license says, yeah, Hobbit. A friend of mine met Bill Oddie. Said he was utterly boring.
All right. The thing is, though, let's what we'll do, we'll just tie up this Knowlton thing, though, and then we can carry on. So what we'll do is just conclude it.
To be fair, I think we're going to do member berries about BBC comedy tonight. I think it's going to be the bulk of it.
You can do that, but we're just it's not going to long. We'll just tell you what we're going to do and present next month. So, okay, so
when are they going to finish
my
it,
next
Ian?
Fortean field trip?
When are they going to finish
the church?
it?
Well, we'll see. We might finish it when we're there. We'll see, or we might finish ourselves. We don't know. On my next Fortean field trip, myself and Dom are going to head to the most haunted place in Dorset and pay a visit.
Do you know about the Phantom Horse and Rider, Ian?
Church. I have mentioned that. We can come on to that in a moment.
Yeah,
so
Ghostly Face.
Let him finish. God damn it! He's been trying to tell me this for the last half an hour.
Oh, exactly. Here's a bit of background.
I just wanted to talk about 1990s comedy shows.
Exactly, yeah. Speaking to
I'm waiting with bated breath.
Anyway, there's a bit of background information into the most haunted location, so we put that there. Bloody blur. Okay, so plenty of information there. So what we're going to do, try and contact the Phantom Monk via the Spirit Box and the Ouija board. We'll film it all.
You're not going to do that again. Oh, God. You're just asking to get possessed,
I've done it before. I've done it before. Yeah, well, Razor, we've done it before, so, you know.
If you get possessed, you'll end up like Tony Blair. You'll end up like Tony Blair, Ian, if you get possessed.
He started, so you'll finish.
We'll see. Well, I'm willing to do it. And we can show the results on 14 words and see how we get on.
Science.
We're going to be camping in the New Forest. We're going to be camping in the New Forest with another 14 investigator, to be 3 of us, and we'll travel to the haunted church from there. Exactly. We'll have a few pints as well along the way. It's going to be.
Make sure you take a virgin to sacrifice, so you can bring out the spirit.
It's going to be a bit like Scooby-Doo.
He's taking Dom.
But with. It's going to be a bit like Scooby-Doo, but with middle-aged men rather than teenagers. So that's what we got coming next month. So it's going to be good.
Zoinks!
I look forward to it.
Where's you going to play? Where's the Scooby Snap?
Well, you know, Dom's just going to be Shaggy and he's just getting stoned at the back eating giant sandwiches. Is that what Dom's going to do?
I'm going to give the monk. I'm going to give the monk a hair, sit him down and give him a haircut, and
he'd have gotten away with it if it wasn't for us meddling middle-aged men.
Fucking bastards.
You meddling far right. And I'd have got away with it too if it wasn't for you meddling far right.
I'll book us in this week. I'm going to go for 4 nights myself. I'll go with my wife for 2 nights, and then you and Dom will come down on the 3rd night. We'll have a good piss up.
Make sure you wash the tent out before Dom gets there.
Exactly. It's going to be good. It's going to be good stuff.
No pissing up the tent, Dom.
It's going to be good stuff, yeah.
Nervous laughter from Dom there when they say don't piss up the tent.
14 investigation is what we need. It's about time. So
yeah,
field work, and it's what we need more of.
Get to the bottom of it. Yes, Fraser, what was your favourite 1990s comedy show?
Comedy show?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes, the shows where people tell jokes to make you laugh.
Well, it wasn't really a show. It was like Jasper Carrot, maybe Never Mind the Buzzcocks. Is that too late though, or?
That counts. That was mid-90s.
No, early Buzzcocks was 90s, weren't it? I think Mark the Mark.
Yeah.
Jasper Carrot was 70s, wasn't it?
No,
he was in the 90s, wasn't
it? He did the detectives in the 90s. Do you remember the detectives he did with Robert Powell in the 90s?
I do, with Robert Powell,
yeah.
The thing is, what you used to have in the 70s, you didn't have alternative comedians. You had like the Bird and Manning, those type of people. There was no alternative comedy. But what you did have, you had Jasper Carrot, people like Jasper Carrot, Mike Harding, Billy Connolly, who come from this folk scene. They were folk singers. What they did do was tell comedy in between their songs, and that's how alternative comedy
is that Richard?
came about.
Did Richard Digance do
go.
that as well? Because he was like a musical comedian, wasn't he?
I always wondered why Billy Connolly had a guitar on stage.
He was a folk singer. He used to. He was in a band with Jerry Rafferty. Yeah, him and Jerry Rafferty had a band originally before Baker Street. Before.
Oh, here's one for you, Ian. Do you remember Phil Cool?
Bobby's. Phil Cool, yeah. He was. Yeah.
Rubber face.
It's like remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever happened? Like he had a regular show on a Saturday night and everything. They just died. Didn't he? Just disappeared.
Did he actually die?
No, he just fucking disappeared off the
No,
telly.
he's probably still around.
He's probably
a bit like David
disease, and I'm going to feel sad now.
So it's not like David Bellamy where he says climate change is a load of bollocks, and then the BBC said, "Oh, well, you're never coming on again."
I think alternative comedy kind of really took over, and all these the light entertainment and variety shows and all that, they all just died, didn't they?
Well, I suppose you still.
Because if you look at
House Party,
if you look at
that.
Blimey, he was
Michael McIntyre.
He performed as a touring comedian until he retired in 2013.
So he's still going then.
The thing is, if you look at Michael McIntyre, for example, he's your mainstream comedian, but he comes from comedy circuit, the alternative, and same with Jimmy Carr, and whoever else you got. I don't know, was it Lee Mack? These are all mainstream people now on Saturday night at 7:00, but they come from where, Ben Elton. They're sort of, the whole thing's come full circle.
Oh, Phil Cool used to do voices for Spitting Image as well. He used to do Boy George, Holly Johnson, Mick Jagger for the first 2 series.
Chris Barry did a lot of them as well, from Red Dwarf. Rimmer from Red Dwarf.
He's good with the voices.
Yeah.
Not as good as you, Hobbit.
Yeah, so I've heard
Hobbit.
that a lot.
Give us your Kenneth Williams.
Hello, I am Kenneth Williams. Pleased to meet you. There we go.
That's excellent. Yes.
It's like he was in the room with me.
Williams was French.
Oh, in August 2000, Phil Cool had a heart attack. So he was in hospital for 8 months. So it must have been a bad one.
Generally, people don't go, "Oh, I had a fantastic heart attack." It was really
but 8 months
reinvigorating.
is a long time to be in hospital for that.
Oh yes, heart attacks go. That's a severe one.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't kill him, so there is that.
Whatever happened to Morris Minor and the Majors?
Oh, he's still about, isn't he? It's that Tony Hawks. Tony Hawks is
Tony Hawks,
all kinds of things, isn't he? Yeah.
Who else was in that? There was 3 of them, wasn't there?
Yeah. Lexi Sale.
Alexi said,
he's
a turd that won't flush, though, isn't he?
He did a joke which I found.
He was brilliant. His stand-up was amazing.
He did a joke which I found really funny, but everyone else is nobody laughs at this joke, and I think it's brilliant. He goes into this shop and he's talking about the diversity of magazines, and he says there's magazines for all sorts of hobbies and interests, and you can even get magazines for guns. And he's got this Uzi, and he picks up a magazine and he puts it into the gun. I always thought that's a really clever joke because it's a magazine, but it's not the one with printed pages which you read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Visual joke.
But was it
I really liked his on his. I liked his warm-up comic guy. It was like this warm-up comic who's having a nervous breakdown. He's trying to get the crowd warmed up before the show and all that. And you remember that?
Was it a northern
comic? He used to be good as Mr. Belofsky.
I think I know the comedian you're on about. The whole joke about it is he fucks up all these jokes and magic tricks, and it just get. Isn't he like a sort of a shit magician, and that's why it's funny?
So is he doing like a what's his name?
Like a Tommy Cooper,
Tommy
but
Cooper.
a bad Tommy Cooper. Yeah.
I think it's that kind of thing. But his stand-up though was so, even though it was all about communist stuff and whatever, it was so full on, and he was so much aggression in his show. It was brilliant, even though you didn't really know what he was on about.
I could imagine Alexei Sayle being like in a gulag in the Siberia, in one of the commissars, and he's still executing people and getting them to dig their own graves, but he does it in a way that makes you smile.
I think he'd like to have been a boss.
Hello.
He could have made a good commissar.
Yeah.
Everyone else is starving, and he's just like stuffing himself with like 20 pies.
Yeah.
I found it. His warm-up guy was Bobby Chariot, and he was on pills for his nerves. He'd always say that.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds about right.
I think I've seen that sketch. Friday Night Live used to be good when they copied the... Was it Friday? It used to be Friday Night Live, and then they moved it to a Saturday to copy the Yanks, didn't they?
Why?
It was Saturday. No, it was Saturday. No, it was Saturday Live to begin with, and then it moved to Friday Night Live.
Oh right, yeah, because I remember it at one point.
Because
that's where Stavros started and loads of money.
Yeah. Brian Laurie as well. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah. Some good stuff.
Harry Enfield and Friends used to be good.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Yorkshireman sketch is a banger. It's just a banger, isn't it?
You know, it's surprising, but I actually I'm surprised because normally people get shitter with time, they get less edgy. But I like Harry and Paul's later stand-up stuff. I was watching this thing from 2010 where they're taking the piss out of Ricky Gervais, or that character he plays in The Office. I'd never watched it.
Yeah,
and they just doing the smug, self-referential sneer about everything.
Yeah. And when they take the piss out of Dragon's Den, that's hilarious.
Oh yeah, the kitchen stomper.
When he does Hillary, the Hillary was classic.
Oh, my favourite one is that you get doing the Paul Whitehouse is doing the Greek one. He says, "I like you, but I also like the kitty cats. So why would I invest in this?" They just pouring with sweat.
Doesn't Harry do the Hillary one, and it talks like that, doesn't
it? Oh no! What's the name? Deborah Meaden. Is that?
Oh no,
yeah,
when I think Deborah Meaden left, and it was like at the arse end of Dragon's Den, and then there was that woman on Dragon's Den called Hillary.
Oh, was Dragon's Den over? Then?
Oh, the one that looked like a bloke.
Yes, yeah, and Harry did him, didn't he? Did her? Not him, her. I mean.
He did Deborah Meaden as well. He was like turning his nose up at everything,
sneering and everything.
Yeah, that's the thing. They just got the sneer perfect.
But there was a question in Shooting Stars, which was true or false. No one has had sex with Deborah Meaden. True or false? It was true.
Oh, that's on the nose, but I like it. Oh, there was this thing.
Get away with that now.
He was doing this like my dad was watching it, and I was in the room at the time, but I burst out laughing because the smaller of the two said, "She's football crazy. She's football mad. I don't know a footballer Eureka hasn't had."
And also, you said to Ulrika, he said, "Loving you is easy because your boobs are new." It didn't work as love. But yeah, that's what you said. Bob said that.
Fortean case of shows what we remember from back in the day.
Yeah, remember berries. Yeah.
Yeah, this is. It's not 40 words anymore. Is it?
Did anyone know the Bankers, the Bonuses was Harry and Paul?
What?
Do you remember the Bankers, the Bonuses? The Bankers, the Bonuses. That was Harry and Paul, apparently.
Bankers, the Bonuses.
You never heard that? You never heard
that? What are you talking about?
Well, it's like a political thing, isn't it? Like the Bankers, the Bonuses, the Bankers, the Bonuses. That was from Harry and Paul.
Hey, God of Pig, King of Dog.
In what?
Were you on UNN's stream like a few days ago? Because I'm sure he was reading out comments and it was like your name coming up. And the reason I mention it is just because God of Pig, King of Dog is one of those like, that's a weird name. It's weird. Your name's weird. You're weird. You are. With a weird name.
I think God of Pig, King of Dog is our friend with the boat.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you watch with the Scottish bloke?
Yeah, he's a bit effeminate, isn't
he? He's on Rumble. I was watching him because he was talking about the Fortean case of why so many people are upset up and down the land.
Is he like Keir Starmer, where he just completely, for no reason whatsoever, they're upset and I don't know why.
The funny thing about him is, I was trying to remember, like, where have I heard this man before? He's Brian Badonte. I am the leader of the Labour Party and the Prime Minister. Bibbly bong.
He's just so forgettable. It's like Putin or someone's. They're going to be at the G20. Putin and Trump are going to be there. They're going to talk to Keir Starmer. He's going to walk off and they're going to completely forget. He's going to be like was it The Silence from Doctor Who?
How can you say wow unforgettable? Wow is very good.
Completely forget who he is.
He's like
the ultimate middle manager, isn't he?
Yeah. He's. To be fair, he shouldn't be trusted with any more than a small firm's accounting. I think anything above that, and he's way out of his depth.
Could you imagine him being a regional manager for DFS?
Yeah, in Darley Measham and Droitwich.
Oh, God of Pig, King of Dog says yes, that was him. And he also goes on the Charlie Veach to talk about that was it, the chocolate people. Yeah, he was saying, oh, I don't know what you're saying there, but I shan't read that rest of that. I thought it was you, yeah. Wow, what a small world.
So he also supported Davos, which is not wise, considering that he created the Daleks.
Well, he has to walk now, didn't he? Because disabled people are too commonly associated with evil, according to Russell T Davies.
And this is wow, that's what a strange thing to say, Russell T Davies.
He said because disabled people are
evil
with evil. Yeah.
Yeah.
He went a bit Glenn Hoddle, didn't he?
So is he saying Rosie Jones is evil? Because I think she's the best comedian there is. She's so funny.
We've spoken about Rosie Jones on many occasions. At least that other one's funny.
The best.
You know the other one? I can't remember her name. The other cerebral palsy.
I don't know, but I'm not sure. I just find it hilarious.
I'll find her name.
That blind.
I tell you what, there is
quite funny.
Yeah, you can flick the V's at him. That
Andrew Lawrence is quite funny, and he's ginger. Francesca
these things mutually
Martinez. She's actually funny.
Eric Tom's quite funny as well.
Oh my god! They're fucking breeding. There's Ricky Balshaw, who's another cerebral palsy comedian.
The one which I always find amazing is that, not amazing, but it's just Ricky Berwick's funny.
Ricky Berwick's funny. Are you guys familiar with Ricky Berwick?
I've never heard of Ricky Berwick. That's Ricky
Berwick. Look for Ricky Berwick on Twitter. He's fucking hilarious.
And what's his disability? What's his disability?
He's just fucked up.
In a wheelchair.
He's just really fucked up.
I'm not saying he's a flid because I don't think they use fulamidolide in
I don't
America.
Say that anymore.
But
it's really
yes, you can. I just did.
Oh, Interventionist said they had Rosie Jones on. Would I lie to you? It was painful. Like Rosie Jones, you can't understand a word she's saying. That's the problem. Like Francesca Martinez, you can sort of keep up with her.
She was painful on QI as well.
Oh, was she?
Richard Pryor was in the wheelchair and he was funny.
I do have a
It's
joke
now
about
Sandra
Richard Pryor,
Tosby.
but I can't say it. It was about Richard Pryor and Michael Jackson. I'll tell you after the
films
show.
Big Cat in popular Cornish tourist attraction.
Are you attempting to do content, Ian? Did you know
whatever.
Ancient Hobbits were shorter than we thought? Hobbit?
Well, I'm just saying.
No way. Wait, Ancient Hobbits? What is? We're going into Tolkien realms now.
Well, they're talking about those little humans, aren't they? Homo florensis.
Oh yeah, the little hobbits.
Island.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no, they're from Indonesia. Bloody Homo florensis coming over here, taking our rocks and flints.
Yeah, well, they exist up until the 18th century apparently, and then they were hunted because there's local reports about them.
Were they eaten by escaped slaves like the Caribs were?
I think it was just the local Filipinos. They talk about them and say, "Oh well, yeah, we kind of hunted them." Oops.
Oh shit!
We do.
Mystery is a warning for you, Ian. Mystery as man dies on beach after performing black magic ritual. 65-year-old man has been found dead on a beach in Spain after conducting some sort of strange ritual. 65-year-old man has been found dead on a beach in Spain after conducting some sort of strange ritual. Obviously, you need to read that. You need that twice.
I like how journalists always repeat the same thing.
Yeah.
Did the ritual involve putting an eel up his arse?
Probably. So, in the bizarre twist, he was found surrounded by a circle of dead hens that he had seemingly decapitated as part of some sort of black ritual. Have we got a joke? Have we got a punchline for that one?
Oh, he's Harrispex.
Yeah. No. Oh, obviously, I think my earliest memory that I've ever had was I was in the car with my family, my auntie, and my auntie said, "Don't go down this road." I must have been about 2 years old. She said, "Don't go down this road. It's a dead end." Now, my young brain, it thought she said, "Don't go down there. It's a dead hen." And I thought the sight of the dead hen was too much for her, so not to travel down there. But that's just what happened. Okay, carry on.
I have a similar malappropriatism.
Do you want to know what a 3,000-year-old mummified crocodile ate?
Was it a fish?
Yeah, go for it.
Hold on a sec. Obviously they've buried the lead.
Steve Irwin.
Here we go. Just blah 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 fucking blah. Blah 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 blah.
Was it
blah blah?
They 3,000-year-old Floridian golfers.
No, they're not going to tell us. No. As the crocodiles grew larger, the risk of the crocodile. No, that's about crocodiles. Oh, what we found finally. Crocodile mummy. Blah 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 blah. We still don't know what it ate. Blah 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 blah. I don't know. I might get there in a minute.
One of these days it'll be revealed. It's going to be fish. I bet it's fish. Oysters.
Hold on. The study suggests that large mummified crocodiles were captured in the wild using hooks baited with fish.
Amazing. Fish. You're telling me?
No, they don't. They don't actually tell you what it ate.
What, so they did all of that and they didn't tell you? I want my money back.
Holy shit. The study suggests that capturing the wild using hooks baited with fish. It outweighs the account of Greek historian Herodotus, who visited Egypt in the 5th century BC and wrote about pigs being beaten on the banks of the river to lure the crocodiles which were caught on baited hooks placed in the Nile.
Love those Egyptians.
It could have ate pig, it could have ate fish. We don't really need to know, but you know.
So it was the same stuff that they eat now. It wasn't like a T-Rex or the Anunnaki or anything.
Yeah.
Or wagon wheels.
Or Jimmy Savile. No.
Those tea cakes.
Or scientists seeing if they can dream or something.
Oh no, we tried to find that out about sharks and we couldn't.
Yeah, but crocodiles, that's a whole new area.
Yeah, that's not shark science, you're right.
I've got the story for you. The Conjuring house worker fired after ghost accused him of theft.
Wait, a ghost?
Who wants to do this story? I'll let someone else do this one. I'll put it in general.
All right, let's have a look at this thing. So, let's see. The ghost is like, I accuse you of theft.
J'accuse!
So this is from unexplainedmysteries.com. The Conjuring houseworker fired after ghost accused him of theft. Also, has allegedly claimed she'd been told by a ghost that he was stealing money. Immortalised by a popular 2013 supernatural horror movie, this remote Rhode Island farmhouse is the scene of a notorious real-life haunting that plagued the Perron family for years. The story goes that the witch had cursed the property, dooming anyone who lived there. While the house had changed hands a number of times since then, its most recent owner...
people that work there either, was it, the ghost?
Its most recent owner, Jacqueline Nunes, reportedly fired one of her employees last month after the spirit of one of the building's former owners told her that he had been stealing money from the cash box. Oh, the employee in question, Brian Dancier. What is it with these fucking surnames? I'm going to call him Brian Daniel. Denies he had stolen anything.
Did Eric July get right name these people?
Yes. She said, John... Wait, this is written in a really confusing way. She said, seashells on the seashore. Yeah. John Arnold told me you've been stealing money out the cash box for the past 2 months. He said during an interview. Fuck me.
I literally stopped and I had to correct her. Like, John Arnold, one of the original owners. Like, why is he? I literally stopped. I literally stopped and I turned around and I said, have you ever watched many Jeremy Kyle clips? They always say about they turned around and they said.
Yeah, so they're doing a lot of turning around as they're speaking.
Yeah.
They're doing a waltz in this conversation.
He literally stops.
I literally stopped and I had to correct her. Like John Arnold, one of the original owners, None Easy herself is described on the official website as the house's spiritual custodian. It does not matter whether you believe in the paranormal or not, she said. I and every person is entitled to experience that bring understanding and meaning to our lives, including being informed or warned about the wicked actors and actions. As far as Brian goes, my experience with him devolved quickly, culminating in as at-will employment termination. What does at-will employment termination mean? I understand she said I gave him the sack.
Yeah, it gave
but
him the sack there.
At-will? Whether or not Dan Sierra actually... Is it like real estate, meaning estate?
Yes.
Americans need to put lots of superfluous words into their phrases for no reason whatsoever.
Have you seen this one? Beachgoers end up in the middle of a huge swarm of dragonflies. Have you ever touched a dragonfly?
Wait.
They are so fucking sticky. Sorry, Hobbit.
The most damning part of this, right? Whether or not Dan Sierra actually did steal anything currently remains unclear. So, not sure if any theft took place, but look, this ghost says you've been stealing, so you got to go.
Yeah. Terminated by a ghost. Have you ever touched a dragonfly? They really fucking stick to you. They're really sticky. It's the weird thing about them.
But I don't understand is if you ever swatted a moth, they just disintegrate into dust. Like, what's up with that? How does that work?
Because they're vampires, like in Blade.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So swarm of dragonflies. I'm not reading the story because the headline's there. There was a swarm of dragonflies.
Yeah. Cool.
What we must do coming up is...
Don't ever touch dragonflies, they're very sticky.
Yeah, the bastards. What we still haven't done is the Amityville haunting, isn't it?
Oh, we haven't done that, no.
No. We'll have to do that at some point. I'll see what I can come up with for that. The Amityville haunting. Hobbit, are you into that?
I've heard of Amityville. I'm not sure. I assume if I've...
Well, you want to watch the 70s film and the second one. The second one's actually better than the first one.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
And also, there's a porno one as well. Bill Spit Roast. Have a look at that as well.
I came in the other day and the missus was watching a film. I thought it was a baseball film. I said, "Are you watching In the League of Their Moans?" Because that was the porno version of League of Their Own.
No.
You've also got the Sexorcist.
The Sexorcist, the Sperminator.
I want to know if it's a real film or not. Shaving Ryan's Privates.
It is, yeah.
Actually, I won't bring that up on stream. I'll have a look at porno parody titles.
There's Edward Cock Hands.
No, it's Edward Penis Hands.
Yeah, Edward Cock.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know we were having to use the formal title of it.
No, that's his name. Yeah, that's the film's name, Edward Penis Hands.
Is he known as Richard to his friends?
Titles. Here we go. Did you watch Tits a Wonderful Life?
Is Casablanca a real porn parody?
Casablanca? I don't know. American Booty?
Ask
Ventura, Crack Detective?
Yeah, okay.
The Da Vinci Load? Do you want to watch the Da Vinci Load?
No.
How about The Evil Head? They've actually done it. They've done a porn parody of The Evil Dead. It's called The Evil Head.
Does Bruce Campbell star in it?
No.
Oh, well then I'm not interested.
Oh, Dawson's Crack. I don't think I watched that one.
The guy who bummed me.
My parents are like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Surely there's got to be a porn parody of the X-Files, the XXX Files.
The Sex Files. The Sex Files or the XXX. Honey, I Blew Everybody? No, that's not.
At least it's better than Honey, I Invited Jimmy Savile for dinner. I wasn't going to complete the title.
Game of Bones. Game of Bones, Winter is Coming.
Why didn't they just call it Floppy Wieners?
Oh, this is a good one. Goodwill Humping.
Yeah, okay.
Drill Bill.
Drill Bill.
Night of the Giving Head.
That's rubbish. There's a couple of rubbish ones there. It's not showing up.
Titanic.
This is Stunning and Brave porn because it's Inspector Gadget.
That might not be what you think it is.
Legally Boned.
Yeah.
Raiders of the Lost Arse. Missionary Impossible. That is a good one. You got to give him that one. That's a good one.
I think I've heard of Missionary Impossible. Yeah.
Napoleon Dynamite. No, rubbish. Night of the Giving Head.
I said Night of the Giving Head. That's real.
Yeah, that is real. The porn. The Porn Identity.
Porn Identity. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Whatever.
Pulp Friction. That's not very good. Quantum Deep.
Is there like any Quentin Tarantino porn parodies, like From Dusk Till Dawn?
Saturday Night Beaver. We'll probably get there. Shaving Ryan's Privates is real.
It is real.
Yeah, Twin Cheeks.
Love that one.
Twin Cheeks.
I don't know.
Buffy the Vampire Layer.
I just feel they could have done something about muff diving with Buffy.
The Texas Vibrator Massacre. No, I don't think that's very good.
That doesn't work.
White men can't hump. The Whores Have Eyes. That's The Hills Have Eyes.
I know, but I'm just like, I don't like it.
Some of these aren't very good. Womb Raider. That's all of that list.
Is that it?
No,
I thought there'd be more porn parodies than that.
There's only 36 on that list.
There needs to be a porn parody of Shawshank Redemption.
The Horseshank Redemption. The Handshank Redemption.
I just thought of it. Schindler's Wank List. The parody that Spielberg approves of.
E.T. the extra testicle. Is that what you mean, Hobbit?
No, Schindler's Wank List. It's like I don't know.
Everyone I did last summer. Intercourse.
Pretty
with
sure there's Schindler's Fist.
Schindler's Fist. Yeah, there we go. Is there a porn parody of the Final Destination films? And are the Final Destination films worth watching?
Some of these are rubbish.
Anal Destination.
How about Hand Solo, a DP parody?
That's like, we got a niche audience, but yeah, whatever.
Skanknado.
Okay, that was. Okay, that gets someone.
Pretty good, Skanknado. That's a good one.
I'm searching for a copy right now.
Yes, I am, and in fact, I'm looking for Poultrygeist, Night of the Chicken Dead.
No, that's rubbish. Oh, did you know there's a
Oh,
Xena
it's not?
There's a Xena one.
Xena the Whore Princess?
No, it's just rubbish. It's just Xena XXX. It's not very good. Some of these aren't very good.
Oh. Most of them aren't very good, let's face it.
Yeah. The acting's not great, is it?
I don't think people are watching it for the plot.
Like Poon Raider?
Is that better than Womb Raider?
Yeah. God, this is rubbish. Power Bangers. That's supposed to be Power Rangers. It's because it's spelt the same.
But it's not.
Makes sense.
No,
it's crap.
These are rubbish. Like, they're just like literally the same name as the thing they're parodying. Sex Machina. You know, it's Deus Ex Machina.
Yep.
Oh, could they make a? Haven't they done a porn parody of Star Wars?
There's loads of Star Wars ones, but they're just called Star Wars. It's not very good. That's why I didn't read them out.
Oh.
There's an Avatar one as well. Scooby-Doo. Top Guns.
Guns?
Like there's Deadpool. It's just called Deadpool XXX. Like some of these aren't very good.
Oh, okay.
How about The Whore of Wall Street? That's not bad.
Yeah, alright.
This is not very Fortean, this one, is it?
What are you talking about? The porn parodies are a Fortean subject.
Are they related to the Mandela effect?
Well, like the Sexorcist.
So most of these are just
14.
like the same name with XXX on the end. It's like, what is the point? That's not very good. It's not funny. Oh, the Sex Files, a dark XXX parody.
A dark XXX
To be
parody.
fair, Skanknado. I've just seen Skanknado again, and that is pretty fucking good.
Yeah. Is it like? Do you remember when Ali G did an interview with a porn actress, and he says it's an honour to talk to someone if you had over 500 masturbations to? Always found that weird.
Yeah, isn't it?
I like the show because it had drum and bass on it.
Do you remember that Kuma guy who's gone and met all of the who's gone and met all of his favourite porn actresses, and he literally looks like the Kuma meme.
Oh, I thought you meant like Harold and Kumar.
Oh, here you go. Casablanca does exist, Hobbit.
It does.
Titanic.
By what?
Titanic. Instead of Titanic, it's Titanic.
I mean, come on, look, you've almost got titties in the title. Why can't you call it Titanic or Titanic?
Pocahontas.
Shite.
Yeah, okay.
The scat version.
Great.
How about Throbbing Hood?
Pocahontas.
Oh, you know that scene where they're in the car and they got like the tits pressed up against the thing, doing that but with their ass instead.
Crocodile Blondie.
Crocodile Blondie.
Yeah, Crocodile Dundee.
Pocahontas.
I know, but
Pocahontas. That one stars Will Carlin, doesn't it?
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas. That one stars Will Carlin. Pocahontas.
Yeah.
He had sex with Princess Diana, didn't he?
Apparently.
As well known.
Ocean's 11 Inches.
Ugh.
Black Cock Down. Blown in 60 Seconds.
Yeah.
Man on the Poon. The Porn Ultimatum. Kinky Kong. Grinding Nemo. Why do a porn parody of Finding Nemo? Why? Robocock, Hobbit.
Robocock. Yeah,
I think there's a porn parody of quite a lot of Disney movies.
Porn killers.
Black Cock and Two Smoking Whores. Fast and Curious. Breast Side Story.
Away.
Bike Club.
Yes.
Oh, the Gladiator one is Glad He Ate Her.
Ugh.
The Italian blowjob. Yeah, I think we've descended far enough now. Are we done?
Are we?
Well, unless anyone's got any more porno. Yeah.
Oh, we did start later though.
Only about 10 minutes later, so I think we've done our 2 hours.
Oh, okay.
2 hours, 2 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Unless you've got something more to add.
The Bear Bitch Project.
Yeah.
Beaver and Buttface, Hobbit.
Bit. Brown Finger.
The Gangbangs of New York. In Diana Jones and the Temple of Poon.
Yeah, if I was going to make a porn parody, what would be funny? Like, you see, what you need to do is get like a serious film that's not very good, and then just do a porn parody of it.
Oh,
like,
do you remember Rush Hour with was it Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan? They did Bush Hour.
Spunk.
Bush Hour.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, there was that Oscar bait. Yeah, Forrest Gump. Yeah, do that. Forrest Spunk. Like that'll do.
No,
what about porn parodies in reverse? Like Debbie Doesn't Dallas.
Oh, okay.
How about May the Foreskin be with you?
Yeah, but that sounds kind of like a carry-on film. Like, you think it's going to be sexual, but then it's not. It's just full of innuendo and tongue-in-cheek humour.
Or like the Confessions films.
I hate those.
The program about some old gay blokes called Last of the Bummer Wine.
Okay.
Oh, Game of Throats is another one.
Yeah.
All right. Gay of Throats.
Oh.
You don't like the Confessions films, Hobbit?
Okaliki Soup.
Yeah. They did a porn parody of Seinfeld. Why?
I'm sure there's a porn parody of Friends.
How about Down on Abbey?
Ben.
Jurassic Pork?
I'm sure they could the porn parody of Friends is just called Friends.
Yeah.
Or if it was set in San Francisco, it would be called Ben's.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Yeah, you with me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, good stuff.
Because they do that.
They're like that, yeah.
Yeah, they like it up them. They really like it up them. They're the opposite of Mr. Mannering. They like it up them.
You do.
Ew.
It's good stuff. All Fortean things, isn't it? All Fortean. Everything's Fortean.
Very Fortean. This has been one of the most
one of the spookiest.
I'll tell you what,
a lot of people in those films we were talking about end up covered in ectoplasm, don't they?
If you have been affected by any of the events tonight, please write on Twitter with the hashtag 2TierKia about how you were disturbed by the events of tonight's show.
Yeah.
With it being August, is approaching, so we've got to get ready for our Halloween spectacular.
The Godrod Father of it.
Hey, didn't you go silent on me?
Yeah.
Still doing that, is he?
Oh yeah,
sorry. Uncle Bunker Majango says, after turning around on Jeremy Carr, they always step up to the mark, don't they? Step up to the plate or step up to the mark, don't they? And I turned round, and after I turned round, I stepped up to the mark.
Yeah. Oh, I got it. What instead of the Wicker Man, it's the Wanker Man.
Snatch. You don't even need to change that one, do you?
Yeah, it's just Snatch.
Or the Dicker Man.
The Dicker.
Yeah.
You're trying to be too clever now.
The gay.
Instead of Z cars, you could. Oh, Dixon of Dick Green, couldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of Z cars, you could have Triple X cars.
Could have.
Yes.
Dick cars. Yeah, of course.
The Bill porn parody could be the Phil.
I think Fast and Furious could just be a porn parody with that name. It's just about a bloke having a vigorous wank in his car. Well, we did do Come in 60 Seconds, didn't we? So there was that.
Don't forget Throbbing Hood, says off license.
Oh, I know. Men in Tights.
Oh, on that one, you could have. Do you remember Throbbing's Nest, Ian?
Yeah, with
Robin's Nest with that weird old Irishman. Who was that weird old Irishman?
Yeah, we had one. He was the film with Vinnie Jones where he's in jail. There's a Vinnie Jones that did a film where he's in jail. That guy is in it as well.
Mean Machine, isn't it?
The guy from Robin's Nest. Is it me? I can't remember, but yeah, that guy's in it, isn't he?
Wait, are you telling me it was
Weird Irishman or Richard? What's his face?
No, Vinnie Jones wasn't in Judge Dredd.
Vinnie Jones was in the Mean Machine.
Vinnie Jones is in a film.
Yeah, but
it's set in a prison, isn't it? Yeah, and the Irish guy is in it. The one that's
are we talking about Judge Dredd?
Oh, he's in it. Yeah, but Mean Machine is quite a while ago, though. It is sort of not that. It's quite an old film.
Are you talking about the Angel Clan family in Judge Dredd, or is this a different Mean Machine?
No, Mean Machine is a film where Vinnie Jones. Have you ever seen The Longest Yard with Burt Reynolds?
No.
Right. Basically, what happens? Man is a footballer, gets drunk a lot, eventually has to go to prison. While in prison, he has to arrange in Vinnie Jones's case, it's a soccer game between the guards and the cons, and the guards do all kind of nasty things.
Isn't that also Sly Stallone? He does a film where he's like a American POW, and
you're thinking of Escape to Victory with Pele in it. Pele in that, and Bobby Moore. Yeah, Michael Caine, Bobby Moore, Pele. Ozzy Ardiles is in it. No, that's a long time ago. But the Irish guy, though, if you look at Robin's Nest, that was early 80s. Mean Machine was sort of mid 2000s, so it's only like 20 odd years later, isn't it? So the guy would probably be in his 80s.
That old boy, from Robin's Nest was in Agent Cody Banks too. What the fuck? Oh, you're correct. He was in Mean Machine.
Or the porn version. Yeah. Or also that film, Agent Coney Wank, which is the porno version. If we're still doing that, I'm a bit late to the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, some pretty good stuff.
So his last acting credit was in 2009.
What, Vinnie Jones?
No, he's dead now, is he?
The older. Do you remember? I don't think you remember Robin's Nest, would you? There was a weird old camp Irish guy in it, and he was fucking weird.
He had one arm. He had one arm, didn't he? In that,
did he?
He had one arm. He was a waiter, wasn't he, in the restaurant?
Oh,
yeah,
I don't remember.
He had what? Yeah, he was. He had it. He was. Yeah, he.
Okay, no. Did you know Anna Blackman had been in Robin's Nest? She did two episodes of Robin's Nest. Did you know that, Ian?
But those kind of actresses were cropping up in those sitcoms in the 80s. Wasn't she in another? She was in another thing with I can't remember. But they did used to crop up, you know, after their.
Should look at Anna Blackman's.
Yeah, let's see what she's been.
I've got one.
Fucking hell, she did 5 episodes of Coronation Street in 2004. Jesus Christ.
How about
she straddled Sean Connery round the neck?
To catch a queef. And Inspector Comes.
Inspector Comes.
That's not bad.
28 shags later.
Holby shitty, but that'd be you wouldn't want to watch that.
The
And put a
The Gooners.
Connery's face in
that. Instead of the Goonies. What else? What else was it? Predator. Sexual predator.
Yeah.
That's just queer.
Yeah.
She
was in. Honor Blackman was in The Danger Man, Ian. I'm just having a look at the stuff she was
Danger
in.
Mouse.
No, Danger Man. Do you remember Danger Man? That was the prequel to the Prisoner.
No, it's a bit before my time. I'm not that old.
Yeah.
Illegal Alien versus Sexual Predator.
It was on reruns. All that shit was on reruns, though, weren't it?
I don't remember those things though. Prisoner wasn't that where he's running on the beach with a ball behind?
Honor Blackman did 43 episodes of The Avengers.
She the woman in The Avengers. I don't mean again. That's a little bit before my time. Remember the guy with the bowler hat and the umbrella?
Patrick McNee.
I think you'll find I don't find this in the least bit amusing. That's still my favourite quote. I think you'll find I don't find this in the least bit amusing. American Werewolf in London, isn't it? The guy in the underground. He says that.
You call it werewolf as well.
And also, I was googling that this week, and Simon Pegg says it in Hot Fuzz. He's clearly making a reference to that film.
Yeah,
he says it in Hot Fuzz.
What's his name?
Yeah,
it's not so much Simon Pegg.
I think you'll find it.
I think it's the director, isn't it? What's his name? Because they work with that one director who's really good.
I don't know, but it's like Simon Pegg says it, and it's obvious that they're just making a reference to that. Because it is
parody of it.
I watched Hot Fuzz. I watched Hot Fuzz last night. That is a decent movie.
You're watching the Cornetto trilogy?
No, I just watched Hot Fuzz.
Oh, okay.
You know, the for the greater good villagers in Hot Fuzz. That's basically my village.
Man.
That's
I was going to say
that's also interesting. That's full of references. That is Hot Fuzz.
And yeah, and also Shaun of the Dead. That's my village. Which end?
Oh, is it?
Dixon of Cock Cream.
Yeah, it's in London.
Friends of Benefits.
Yeah, Crouch End is in London.
Oh,
sorry, is like a village in London, in North
London.
Is it?
Yeah,
okay. Between Finsbury Park and Highgate. Yeah, there's no tube station there.
Oh,
it's an amazing place.
My orgy with Andre.
Yeah,
did you ever see The Vampire?
I didn't, but I did. In the middle of the night, myself and some friends, we did go to Highgate Cemetery and have a walk around in the moonlight. It was really good.
Did you find David Farron? Did you find David Farron? And was it Sean Manchester where they had the sword fight? They had a sword fight in there, didn't they?
Fucking ratted, like.
Yeah, that's great. North London's an amazing place.
What can we do against that fucking rat?
What?
Rat.
For fuck's sake.
What you talking about, Willis? But yeah.
What rat,
Fraser?
Never mind.
Oh, okay.
No, you can't just say rat and then never mind. Don't leave us hanging.
I'll leave you to guess what it means. Fucking.
No, I'm not going to guess anything. I'm thinking up porn titles of films. Jaws.
That doesn't make sense.
Jaws is just Jaws. Gangbangs of New York.
It's Whores, isn't it?
Yeah.
Master and Commander. I mean,
we're gonna need a bigger vag or something like that.
Masturbate and Commander.
Yeah.
Masturbate and Command Wank Command.
Wat Poon.
No, Masturbate and Command Her. That's what it's called.
Apocalypse Now.
Pockle Whips.
I'm trying to fit Poon into Platoon, but I can't make it work.
Have you had American Cream Pie yet? Have you had
American Cream Pie?
The cock I'll whip now.
Nah, that's a bit weird.
Good stuff. Yeah. You've taken it too far now. There's no need for that.
I think we've literally ran this one dry. Hey.
Oh, that's what she said. Hey.
It's not big and it's not clever.
That's what she said. Way!
Said the actress to the bishop. Way! Right, I think we're done now. I think we've run this one dry.
Fuck this.
I think it's gone. I think it's
2.5
gone
men.
I think it's gone flaccid now. Friends with benefits.
Time to pull out.
Dixon of Dock Cream.
Dixon.
No, Dixon of Cock Cream. Sorry.
That's gross, dude.
Yeah.
The spy who shagged me.
The Golden Shower Girls.
Oh, the guy who bummed me.
Goldfinger.
Brownfinger. Brownfinger.
James Bond. Yeah, is that one?
Dead wanker. Bow, bow, bow. Octopussy isn't. You don't even need to change Octopussy. Yeah.
Man with a golden cum.
I mean, you don't even have to change golden.
Eye.
I mean, golden Japai, maybe. I don't know.
Golden Japs.
What's the one where they dress up Sean Connery as a Jap by giving him slanty eyes?
Oh, that's ridiculous.
You want to watch? If you want to laugh at stuff like that, you want to watch there's the black and white Batman series from 1943, and they're just talking about the yellows and the slant eyes and all sorts. It's hilarious.
Back when it was just that was a normal thing people just talked about.
Yeah.
Was the what's his name? John Wayne's last film where he played Genghis Khan.
Oh, great. Already, that sounds good.
And they filmed it in the Mojave Desert, and loads of people on set died of cancer because obviously it's a nuclear test area.
Oh, I thought you were talking about asbestos
mines. To be fair, it's either that or the mesothelioma from the snow they used to use on set.
Dear God.
Yes.
Yeah, you know what they used to use for snow on set, don't you, Hobbit?
Asbestos.
Yes.
Yeah. It's just having a normal one, I see.
Yeah. Hey, what's this? Let's just fucking throw it everywhere. It's good for you. It's got
radon watches, asbestos, plutonium drinks.
Oh, have you seen the pictures of the women who used to paint the paint on the watches?
Yeah, they lick
their brushes and then ended up with half their faces rotting off.
Yeah, it turns out that radiation poisoning is no bueno.
Yeah.
Right, let's wrap this one up now. Right, night all, night everybody.
Good night.
See ya.